Welcome to Mars Hill. We're getting you ready for round 3 playoff action. Barry Galloway, Keith Ball, Chris Jenkins. John Gladden, he's away on assignment. He's with his son. More important things to do, and I completely understand. That's where you need to be.
He's helping recruit a coach down in Auburn.
Yeah. And we're getting ready for third-round playoff action. We had a chance to watch the Boaz girls move on to the 4th round last night. Now, I'd say, in my opinion, a much bigger task. You got Geraldine on the road against Mars Hill. It seems like these two teams somehow run together about every other year. 3 years ago, Geraldine pulled off one of the biggest upsets in the state when they beat Mars Hill at Geraldine. Last year, Mars Hill came in again and won on the last drive of the game. Tonight, we're on a different turf. We're not on the grass. We're on the turf here at Mars Hill. No rain. The rain may hold off. It may get the game in, but it doesn't matter on the turf. It just matters for the fans. I'm seeing a big Geraldine crowd across from us. At the moment, they outnumber the Mars Hill crowd.
Yes, they do. And guys, this is going to be a great game tonight. You can feel excitement in the stadium tonight. Playing some good music, and we're playing ready for some football.
Yeah, they got the Eye of the Tiger playing. Let's talk Geraldine. Big win last night. They beat Westbrook 31-15. Westbrook came into the game averaging about 42, 43 points a game. Geraldine, 31 points. I think they kind of shocked Westbrook. Westbrook not used to giving up that kind of points. Geraldine's offense. Geraldine, I say, probably have to score about 31 points to win tonight.
Absolutely. And guys, they got to do the same thing they did last week. John Beck-Wade, not as many carries on the ground. He had carries, but not as many yards. 16 carries, 38 yards last Friday night. Cooper Johnson, he led the way last week. 4 carries, 101 yards. And Slogan wound up with 13 carries for 44 yards. One thing we've seen last week that we hadn't been seeing from Geraldine is the passing game. Last week, John Beck-Wade, 5 of 10 for 126 yards and a touchdown, and that may be what we have to do tonight.
I agree. I think Mars Hill knows that. They have a big defensive line. I think they're going to probably put 6, 7 in the box every time and say, Geraldine, if you're going to beat us, you got to throw it over our head. You got to beat us in the air. You're not going to beat us on the ground.
Yeah, and if you look at their total yards last week, rushing-wise, last week Geraldine carried it 29 times for 415 yards and had 7 touchdowns in that game against Rogers.
I think if Geraldine can get 25 to 30 carries, that tells me they're moving the ball, they're getting first downs, and they're in the game. If you get 3 plays and punt, it's going to be a long night for Geraldine.
Absolutely.
Well, Keith, on the other side, Geraldine held Westbrook to 15 points. Westbrook came out opening drive, looked good. Geraldine made a few adjustments and shut down one of the biggest offenses we've seen all year, held them to 15 points. The defense, man, they will see the best team they've seen all year tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right, Barry. Last week, Westbrook and Geraldine both basically running into 2 brick walls to start that football game. Defensive lines very strong for both teams last week, especially Westbrook. That was kind of their go-to unit in the defensive side was that defensive line. But they wear on you. They just keep beating on you, and eventually Geraldine finds space to run the football. And like Chris said, John Beck-Wade had to have a big night with his arm last week. I think he's going to have to do that again tonight. I do believe that they'll be able to run the ball, and I'm kind of watching the Panthers warm up right now. You know, I want to say Westbrook was probably a little bigger than they are, especially up on the defensive line. Now, the Panthers have some special players. You know, looking at some of their guys, you'd think, hey, they probably throw the ball pretty good bit. They got a 6'5" quarterback. They got some receivers with some range, but they play the wing T. So you got a wing to one side, and you got 2 backs in the backfield, and they run the ball a ton. Chris is talking about it. We're going to talk about it after the break. They've got a ton of rushing yards. Tonight, Geraldine, I really think that they're going to have to kind of stick to their game plan. I think they're really going to have to run clock, keep this offense off the field. So they're very explosive to be able to hang with this team. You know, this is the number 1 team in the state in 3A, and I think they have been all year. They're undefeated. Geraldine is 11-1, only lost to a 5A school. It's going to be a marquee game, guys, but like you were talking about a second ago, where we usually look at Geraldine on the offensive side, and they're just a machine the way they can run the football. Defensively tonight, they're going to have to be bend but don't break, don't give up the big one, and really keep everything in front of them.
Let's take a timeout. We're about 26 minutes away from the opening kick. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. It's Geraldine playoff football next here on Power 107.5.
The town of Geraldine is happy to support the Geraldine Bulldogs. On behalf of Mayor Chuck Abels, council members Melissa Gilbert, Mark Hale, Larry Lingerfeld, Stanley Brooks, Tony Taylor, Sean Roger, Police Chief Heath Albright, and all the employees of the town of Geraldine, we wish the Bulldogs continued success. We are proud of all our teams, our cheerleaders, our band, and all the school personnel for their hard work to provide our community with citizens capable of leading us to be an even greater society for many generations. Go Bulldogs!
Friday nights in the fall are special nights in our communities. It's when everyone comes together to cheer for our football teams, bands, and cheerleaders. This is DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. As you enjoy this football Friday night, I would like for you to think about the young people who are making decisions right now that could put their future at risk. Drugs are destroying the lives of our youth. Help us stop drug activity by reporting it to the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. Call us at 845-3801.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling supports the Geraldine Bulldogs. If you have any type of scrap metal to sell, including aluminum cans, bring it to Scrap Dogs Recycling, Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife. They buy all types of scrap metal. They provide roll-off services and have 20, 30, and 40-yard containers. Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling on Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife appreciate your business. Go Dogs!
Shop and save during the Black Friday sale going on now at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Get 20% off store-wide, plus amazing savings on this area's largest selection of Lazy Boy recliners. A select group of recliners, too, for $999, and lift chairs for $899. The Black Friday 20% store-wide savings event on quality handcrafted Lazy Boy comfort ends Saturday, December 6th at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Let the shopping begin.
For over 50 years, Liberty Bank has played a part in helping individuals and companies realize their dreams of financial stability, home ownership, and business success. Liberty Bank has grown from serving one community to now serving 7 communities in Geraldine, Crossville, Collinsville, Albertville, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Sneed. Times may change, but their principles don't. Call or stop by any of their branches and let them serve you. Visit their website, libertybankal.com.
For 73 years, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 12 locations to serve you, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
Back to Mars Hill. We're still about 22 minutes away. Good crowd coming in. The weather looks good so far. It looks like maybe the rain is going to miss us. We had some rain earlier in the day, but this beautiful turf field. Keith, you went down on the field. A little bit different kind of turf than what, for sure what Geraldine's seen. They've only seen turf, twice this year?
Yeah, this will be the second time. They played Boaz at Boaz, and I was talking to Coach Davis for a second before we got going up here, and he was talking about how this turf is a lot softer. I don't know if it's a difference in the pad they used under the turf, but it felt a lot more like a natural surface, where Boaz was pretty hard. And I don't know if that's like I said, this one may be worn in. It looks like it may be have a little age to it. I know Boaz is fairly new, so that may have something to do with it. But as far as water, we shouldn't have any issues. The field doesn't feel wet at all.
Let's talk Mars Hill offense. Quarterback, our buddy John, he's listening in, and I agree with you, John. The quarterback, he's a good one. The running back, Jackson Penn, another good one. Those are the two keys. Lawson Frederick, the quarterback, 6'5", 190. He has a good arm, likes to run. The running back, Jackson Penn, he's a senior. I think he said he's going to play some college ball next year. So we think those are the two keys. You got to contain them somehow.
Yeah, and you got to contain their run game. And Chris is going to talk about the stats that they've put up this year, and it's been impressive on the ground. But in looking at the quarterback, you think, hey, he looks like a pocket passer, and I don't think he runs the ball that much. But they run the wing tee, so they're going to keep the ball on the ground a pretty good bit. Like you said, you've got two really good backs back here in their backfield. You got Jackson Penn. He's going to Troy, guys, and then you've got Hudson Higgins. He is committed to UAB, but flip to the other side of the football, and like we were talking about, I think they're going to stack the box. They're going to try to stop the run of Geraldine. Sammy Sweeney, the defensive lineman, Coach bragged on him, and then also Evan Austin at linebacker. He's kind of that quarterback on the defensive side. We saw him warming up. He's got a lot of good size. This team's undefeated. They've not tasted any kind of defeat. I don't know that they've really, looking at the scores, they've not been in trouble a whole lot this year. So what happens to this team if Geraldine comes out, jumps on top early, and starts just really hitting them in the mouth? Can they and that's what Coach Higgins talked about, and when I talked to him earlier, can they match that physicality of Geraldine? Because Geraldine's going to come out and they're going to be physical. Can they match it if they get hit in the mouth? Are they going to respond?
The game that gets your attention is Week 11, the final regular season game. Mars Hill beat Scottsboro. They jumped on top 35-0. Mm-hmm. Scottsboro didn't score until later in the game when they pulled out some of their starters. Mars Hill went on to win it, I think, 42-14. But you're talking Scottsboro, who's in the Final Four in Class 5A right now.
Yeah. So they're going in the Final Four in two classifications above Mars Hill. So. And none of us were there at that game, so we don't really know how that played out. Yeah. But I tell you what, they were ready to play that night over at Scottsboro.
Geraldine 11-1. They won last week over Westbrook 31-15. Mars Hill beat Winfield 42-6. Winfield, I don't know if they played at Winfield in front of the cemetery or not with the Pirates roaming around. I don't know where that. But that's impressive. But okay, I'm not Mars Hill. Yes, they're a great football team. But you go back and look over their schedule. Their region, to me, they had about of the 8 teams, about 5 of them were under 500.
Yeah,
for the
500
year.
Or below, and that, I think they had one common opponent, Rogers, and both teams beat Rogers about the same amount. So. It could be a little bit of fool's gold looking at their schedule and seeing how they've beaten some of these teams. Yeah. Could be that their competition wasn't up to par.
All right, we're getting closer, about 18 minutes away. The teams will come out in a few minutes for the toss of the coin. We'll take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. It's Geraldine Playoff Football coming up here on Power 107.5.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
Brooke Jones Walker, owner and pharmacist at Geraldine Drugs, a full-service pharmacy, offers a convenient drive-through, Flavor X medicine flavoring, CBD oil, vaccines for pneumonia, shingles, and they test for flu and strep. They carry a new line of skinny syrups and Tyler Diva products. Most all insurances accepted at Geraldine Drugs, your hometown pharmacy, located on Highway 75 North in Geraldine. They appreciate your business. Phone 256-659-2117. The town of Geraldine is happy to support the Geraldine Bulldogs. On behalf of Mayor Chuck Abels, council members Melissa Gilbert, Mark Hale, Larry Lingerfeld, Stanley Brooks, Tony Taylor, Sean Roger, Police Chief Heath Albright, and all the employees of the town of Geraldine, we wish the Bulldogs continued success. We are proud of all our teams, our cheerleaders, our band, and all the school personnel for their hard work to provide our community with citizens capable of leading us to be an even greater society for many generations. Go Bulldogs!
This is DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. At the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, we truly believe in the concept of public service. My deputies and I will always strive to be fair and just and treat every person the same. We pledge to develop a partnership with the community to improve the safety for each citizen and give them a positive experience with our office. Our goal at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office is to protect you, your family, and your property. God bless.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Holgan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling supports the Geraldine Bulldogs. If you have any type of scrap metal to sell, including aluminum cans, bring it to Scrap Dogs Recycling, Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife. They buy all types of scrap metal. They provide roll-off services and have 20, 30, and 40-yard containers. Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling on Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife appreciate your business. Go Dogs!
Shop and save during the Black Friday sale going on now at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Get 20% off store-wide, plus amazing savings on this area's largest selection of Lazy Boy recliners. A select group of recliners, too, for $999, and lift chairs for $899. The Black Friday 20% store-wide savings event on quality handcrafted Lazy Boy comfort in Saturday, December 6th at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Let the shopping begin.
For over 50 years, Liberty Bank has played a part in helping individuals and companies realize their dreams of financial stability, home ownership, and business success. Liberty Bank has grown from serving one community to now serving 7 communities in Geraldine, Crossville, Collinsville, Albertville, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Sneed. Times may change, but their principles don't. Call or stop by any of their branches and let them serve you. Visit their website, libertybankal.com. Mars Hill, we're 14 minutes away from round 3 playoff action. The winner, you're going to get the winner of Gordo and Piedmont. They're playing tonight, Gordo at Piedmont. Goodness, we went to Gordo a couple of seasons ago. In my opinion, that may be one of the best football games we've ever broadcast.
Yes. Yeah.
It was the best we ever treated. We had casseroles, we had cobbler.
They had like a turnip green soup up there. It was like that stuff.
Neck rubs, gave us house shoes and a courtesy robe. I think we're getting ready for the playing of the national anthem. Good crowd continues to come in. We'll keep it here for the playing of the anthem.
President of Mars Hill Bible School. Father God, we are so thankful for this beautiful evening. And we acknowledge you as the giver of all that's perfect and good in our lives. Father God, thank you for this beautiful country in which we live in. We're grateful for our freedoms. Lord, we're also thankful for Mars Hill, the community here, and that we lift up your name, we lift up the name of Christ. Father, we're thankful for our visitors, and we pray for safe travels for everyone this evening. And we pray for a safe game, good competition, good sportsmanship, and Christian character. Father God, thank you most of all for the greatest blessing in Jesus Christ, your Son, who lived, died, and was resurrected for us. It's through his powerful name that we pray. Amen.
nicely done with the Mars Hill Band. A beautiful setup here at Mars Hill. A gorgeous campus, very hospitable. And I'm looking at one of the biggest cats I've ever seen in the end zone. The Mars Hill Panther that the players will run through. That's pretty intimidating.
How would you like to walk up on that in the woods?
No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's talk Geraldine stats. Chris, we've seen John Beck Wade have great games over the past 2 playoff games. I think he's got to have his best game of the year tonight.
Absolutely. You know, Geraldine, they need some good running game tonight. But like I said before, their passing game is where it's going to come to tonight because, you know, they're going to be looking for the Geraldine to run the football a lot. So they're going to have to bring out the passing game tonight and be consistent with it.
I think my prediction is I think Geraldine has to throw the ball at least 10 times to have a chance to win and complete at least 50% of them.
Yeah, a lot of times they're throwing the ball 3 or 4 times a game just when they
right.
have to or when they've got the play action set up with the run game and they really burn people with that. But I'm with you. I think they're going to have to throw it a little more in this one. Really good linebacker and defensive line on the other side.
You're talking to Coach Higgins, and he's really impressed with Slogger for Geraldine.
Yeah, that's the first thing he bragged on, other than Coach Davis and what a class act he is. Talked about, we call him the Slim Reaper. That kid is, you know, at 155 pounds, he plays like he's 230 pounds. He is so dang tough. Physically, mentally, last week he got banged up a little bit. I think it was the shoulder. He comes over and really thought he was kind of hurt, and he maybe sat out 3 plays, and he's back in there, and he plays both ways all night long.
We're about 9 minutes away from the toss of the coin. The captains will be coming out in just a moment. We'll take one more timeout. We're almost ready. Timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz's Geraldine playoff action when we come back here on Power 107.5.
For 73 years, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 12 locations to serve you, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
Brooke Jones Walker, owner and pharmacist at Geraldine Drugs, a full-service pharmacy, offers a convenient drive-through, Flavor X medicine flavoring, CBD oil, vaccines for pneumonia, shingles, and they test for flu and strep. They carry a new line of skinny syrups and Tyler Diva products. Most all insurances accepted at Geraldine Drugs, your hometown pharmacy, located on Highway 75 North in Geraldine. They appreciate your business. Phone 256-659-2117.
Well, good crowd coming in. Beautiful night, nice cool breeze blowing in. For this time of the year, this is crazy weather. A few years ago, we were standing on top of the press box in Sylvania, and I think my life flashed before my eyes twice. That was a cold night, man.
Felt like you fell in a frozen pond or something. I was freezing that night.
Let's talk rushing yards here, Chris. I think we're going to probably see one of the fastest games we're going to see. Both teams really run the ball a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, talk about Mars Hill's rushing stats. I mean, it's just amazing. 250 carries, 3,891 yards.
Wow.
Guys, that's 15 yards, 16 yards a carry, 324 yards per game, and they've rushed for 71 touchdowns this season.
It's amazing that you can be that explosive, 15 yards of play, but you do it on the ground. I mean, that's impressive.
And what's scary to me for Geraldine is they have a very young secondary. But then again, they did the last time they played Mars Hill. Last year we had John Beck Wade going up against the top receiver in Mars Hill. And what was he last year? Well, a year ago, John Beck was, a ninth grader.
Yeah.
And he pretty much shut the receiver down.
And you think back to 2 years ago, we go over to Gordo. He's covering 2 college receivers. One went to Memphis, and he's an 8th grader, and he's a starting cornerback. So, for whatever reason, and I'd love to be a fly on the wall, Coach Davis can get young players ready to play in these big-time games, and he's about the best I've ever seen to do it.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to Plainview and our buddy Coach Dale Pruitt winning last night. Plainview won their game last night. Scottsboro won their game last night. So they move on to the Final Four. So how about Plainview? Haven't lost a game this year.
Old Daddy Pruitt.
Yeah.
And he's got Jeremy alongside him this year. And then, that whole Pruitt family, they're a coaching breed. You got Luke that's over at Boaz and did a really good job of Boaz this year. And he took Pisgah the last couple of years as the deep in the playoffs in 2A. So, really proud for Coach. Coach Pruitt was my head coach when I was his junior high head coach when he came in. And I learned a lot of football from that man over the 4 years he was at Albertville.
I want to brag on the Boaz Lady Pirates flag football team. We had that game last night here on Power 107.5. They made school history. They won a round 3 game, had made it to the Final Four, and they'll play next Wednesday. And in the Final Four, taking on Moody for a chance to go to a state championship game.
Maybe we get Chris to come over there and do some stats for us next Wednesday night. But I tell you, Chris, it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
They are so explosive and just gritty and a ton of speed. They have a ton of speed.
Moody comes into Boaz. It'll be Wednesday night. You could listen to it here on Power 107.5. Come out and support the Lady Pirates. We'll be on the air at 5:30 with the pregame and the start of the game at 6. Geraldine, the captains are out there in their solid white uniforms, white pants, white jerseys, purple numbers, and then the white helmets. You take away the purple. From here, it was like Penn State.
Yeah, and almost you can confuse it for Penn State, or I think was it TCU that wears like an all white with purple like that.
Yeah, it is.
You got Gabriel Garcia. Let's see, I think that's Slaughter on the left hand side. I see the 2 linemen. I think you're looking at Kenneth Watson and Dylan Galloway.
Yeah.
And for Mars Hill, Colton Owens walks out. You've got Luke Fowler. The size-wise, I know on warming up, Mars Hill looked bigger. These 4-on-4, I'd put money on Geraldine.
That's right, yeah.
I
agree.
But hats off to Geraldine. Look across the way. The Geraldine visitor side, it's about a 2-hour drive, and it's almost full.
Yeah, and I love how they come out on the field and they line both sides with the guys run out. Geraldine's big time when they do that. Guys, we know that the Panthers are going to be super explosive, and they kind of look like the Buffalo Bills with their uniform set up. I think it's going to be an explosive versus a grinded-out, methodical run game. I think it's going to be run game on both sides are going to be huge.
Mars Hill has won the toss, and I believe they're deferring to the second half. I believe, let's see if that's the case. Mars Hill will be going from right to left in their solid blue uniforms.
They're going to receive.
Okay, Mars Hill won the toss, and okay. So they're going to receive. I don't blame you. If you got an offense like that, put them on the field first and try to step on the throat of the opponent.
Yeah, I can see his thinking right there. But I tell you what, you come out and if Geraldine's able to shut him down, it kind of gets in your head a little bit.
We need turnovers. 3 years ago, Geraldine won. 1 year ago, Mars Hill won. Both games playing on grass at Geraldine. Turnovers was a factor. Tonight, you're on a turf. Mars Hill turf.
Yeah, and I was talking to Coach Higgins for the Panthers about that game 3 years ago, and he said, Keith, that team was so talented. And we got over to Geraldine that night, never played Geraldine before, and Geraldine hit us in the mouth, and we really didn't know how to respond. And, and we were talking about it. It rained a ton that day. They couldn't run any of their outside run, any of their sweeps.
Right.
Nothing worked. And then you line up with Geraldine, and at the time you had Langford was an 8th grader, and then you had Carlos Mann, and you had Colvin, the big quarterback, and they just pounded Mars Hill right in the mouth.
One thing you got to feel for is Geraldine, Jordan Langford tonight. He's been out for the year with a knee injury, but he dressed out tonight. He was out there going through the motions. But don't worry, family. He wasn't doing anything to re-hurt that knee because he's still a ways away from being healthy. But, man, just looking at him in pads, wouldn't you love to have him out there tonight?
Chris, he's about 5'11", 225 pounds, and he is 15 years old. You're just a sophomore, and he's built like an NFL running back right now. Just imagine what he's going to like in 2 years.
Geraldine has taken the field. I wonder if they brought their 20-foot piece of tin to beat on it with a hammer all game. I wonder if that's allowed.
The dog pound. I wonder if they put that in the back of a truck and brought it up here.
I think the patrol may have taken that away from them. But we got a lot of cowbells here on the Mars Hill side as they're getting ready to take the field. They're going to come out in their blue uniforms, blue pants, blue jerseys, and then the blue helmets. So it's blue against white, Geraldine in solid white uniforms. It's a magical night here in Mars Hill. You're looking at, this is what you fought for going back to last summer when you're doing the two-a-days, getting ready to, your dream is we want to win the region and we want to make it to the state playoffs, and we want to make it, of course, to Birmingham. Well, you're 2 wins away from getting to Birmingham.
And you know both of these teams, obviously, they weren't listed on each other's regular season rosters. You know they had Geraldine wrote down somewhere, and Geraldine had Mars Hill wrote down somewhere.
Yep.
You knew that they were going to meet up at some point in time in the playoffs. They have the last couple of years or 2 of the last 3 years. And, guys, I tell you what, it's going to be an awesome ball game tonight. This is one of the marquee games in North Alabama. And I'm telling you, I got a really good feeling this is going to be just one of those games for the ages.
Yeah, it's like Northwest against South. You got Mars Hill against Geraldine. Almost set to go. Geraldine, if they do like they usually do, they're going to kick it high, kick it short. And Mars Hill is going to get it around the 30-35. Hopefully no return. And we're almost set to go. Geraldine will kick off, going from left to right on your radio. If you got friends and family out of the area, tell them they can listen to Power 107.5. Download our free app. They can listen online on the computer. If you're in the area, you can listen to it on the radio. So we're almost set to go. See if the Bulldogs can pull off the biggest upset in the state tonight.
Hey, guys, I've got 2 people listening they're in Canada tonight. So I got a good buddy up there that a really good friend. He's in radio, and then my brother and his family are up in Canada on a trip. So we got them listening from all over the world tonight.
All right, big Lucas Phillips will kick off. And here we go. Geraldine the kick. High kick, short kick, fair catch call for 38-yard line. That's where Mars Hill will start, 62 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah, the kicker usually gets that one about the 30. He kind of got under that one a little bit, but that's exactly what Coach Davis wants out of his kicking game right here on kickoffs. Don't give them anything they can return. Make them fair catch it, and let's let them run their offense.
All right, quarterback Lawson Frederick, number 13, 6'5", 190. He's a big guy. Behind him, you're going to see 2 backs. Jackson Penn, that's the guy you got to keep an eye on. Jackson Penn, the senior. So they got 2 seniors in the backfield. Here we go. Out of the shotgun. Frederick out of the gun. Actually goes up under center now. Frederick lines up under center. 2 backs behind him. And we quickly have a penalty. I didn't see Geraldine move. I think Mars Hill jumped right off the bat, and they did. How about that? Before the snap, Mars Hill moved.
As Big John, our normal color guy, says, they got the yips right there on that play.
A big number 74, and he is a big one, too. Cord Pig. There's your football name. He's 6'3". It doesn't say how big he is. He's about as big as a pig in the ground.
Yeah, he's got to be about 290.
He does. All right, 1st and 15. They'll try it again. Frederick under center, 2 backs behind him. Frederick turns, hands off straight up the gut. A little bit of a hole. He's got some room, 40, 41, 42. Gets the penalty yardage and 2 more back. A gain of 7 on the tackle. Sloggeter, the first Bulldog to hit him.
Yeah, lined up in that wing T set right there, and they're going to go fast right here. They gave the dive play the last time.
2nd down and 8. Penn, one of the 2 backs, and Higgins, the other back. Frederick under center, turns, hands off to Penn up the middle. Popped at the line, breaks the tackle. Oh, there he goes. He's gone. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. He was hit the line of scrimmage. Next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Yeah, you got to bend but don't break. They ran the exact same play 2 times in a row. It was a lead-up dive. He's able to follow up there. He broke a tackle somewhere about the 5-6 yard mark. He broke that one, guys, and then he was gone. Wow. You can tell that's why he's going to Troy to play football next year in college.
Where was everybody after Geraldine? There was nobody within 15 yards of him.
Yeah, they kind of got them spread out right there. They had 2 receivers down this side, kind of had the linebacker spread out a little bit.
Second play from scrimmage, 60-yard touchdown run. The point after, the kick is up, and it is good. That didn't take long. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. 7-0 Mars Hill on top. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
The town of Geraldine is happy to support the Geraldine Bulldogs. On behalf of Mayor Chuck Abels, council members Melissa Gilbert, Mark Hale, Larry Lingerfeld, Stanley Brooks, Tony Taylor, Sean Roger, Police Chief Heath Albright, and all the employees of the town of Geraldine, we wish the Bulldogs continued success. We are proud of all our teams, our cheerleaders, our band, and all the school personnel for their hard work to provide our community with citizens capable of leading us to be an even greater society for many generations. Go Bulldogs!
A 58-yard touchdown run, 11:26 to go in the opening quarter. Quickly, Mars Hill on top 7-zip.
Yeah, that didn't take long. Like you said, 2 plays, 58 yards. Geraldine's got to do a better job filling the hole.
High kick, short kick, returnable. Here come the Bulldogs, 25 to the 30. He'll try the middle. He's got a bit of a room. They're going to wrap him up around the 30-yard line. Nice job of Cooper Johnson. Thought he had a crease there for a moment. Quickly, the hole shut down. First down, Geraldine. You got to come back. You got to answer. You got to get at least some first downs off of this drive.
Absolutely. I think you got to be methodical. I think you want to keep that offense off the field. Start to go to work on this defensive line, this defensive front. We'll start with those body blows. We talk about it all the time. They're like a heavyweight fighter. Start with those body blows. Start wearing them down. You get to the fourth quarter, that's when you start getting the big plays and gashing them.
All right, 31-yard line. Bulldogs come out, 11:18 to go on the quarter down. Quickly, 7-zip. 2 receivers wide right side. You got A.J. Carter and Cooper Johnson. John Beck Wade sends a man in motion. Wade's going to roll left side. He's going to try the corner. He's got the corner. 30, 35, 40. Cuts up field. A gain of about 9. He was one man away from taking it down the sideline. Great job of the Geraldine offensive line.
And that's going to be the difference in the game for Geraldine, I think. We talked about it in the pregame. They're going to have to throw it some, but if that offensive line can go to work on this defensive front, that's where they've been making hay all year. I don't know why you change it now.
Geraldine had 2 receivers split to the right. That pulled Mars Hill to the right side, and they took the ball to the left. Around the corner, John Beck Wade, a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Early first quarter. Again, 2 receivers right side. You got Justice and Cooper Johnson. Wade, Sloggeter stands beside him in the backfield. Wade rolls right side this time, looks, throws, incomplete. He threw that one kind of falling away from the receiver. He was being chased. He had his receiver open, incomplete. Is that a flag or is that I think it's just a leaf around the 40-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down. I like the call. Now you got to get the first down.
Yeah, they spread them out, and that's not something that Geraldine's accustomed to doing. They probably hadn't seen it on film very much. They went 2 receivers to each side and threw a little stick route, and it was open. They just got to get the ball there.
Got to get the first. 3rd down and 1 on the 40-yard line. 10:25 to go in the quarter. Wade snaps, hands off to Sloggeter. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He's fighting. I don't think he got it. One official is being very generous on the far side. That is still going to be maybe a half a yard short. Let's see where the spot is. It is about a half a yard short. He had to have a yard. He got a half a yard.
How much do you go to gambling in this game?
I don't know. Geraldine's talking about it. Coach Davis thinking about it. It's 4th and half a yard. You're on your own 40-and-a-half-yard line. He's thinking about it. Play clock's got plenty of time. Looks like he's going to line up. They may try to pull him off sides.
Yeah. And John Beck Wade can punt it too, so they may try to pull him off sides and back up and short kick it.
Here we go. Geraldine lining up to go. 4th down, half a yard. Wade, Sloggeter beside him. The snap to Wade, up the middle. Hit, first down, 41 yards. He was hit in the backfield. He broke the tackle and gets the first down.
That's just a great second effort right there by Wade. And absolutely, I thought they had him stopped, man. I thought the defensive line did a pretty good job. It looks a lot like last week, though. Westbrook Christian did a really good job against this offensive line early in the game. And that offensive line just wears on you as the game goes.
Good job by John Beck Wade. Needed half a yard. He got about a yard and a half. First down. Ball is on the Geraldine 42. Mars Hill on top, 7-zip. They scored on the second play from scrimmage with a 58-yard touchdown run. Geraldine, 2 receivers wide out left side. Sloggeter stands beside Wade in the backfield. Man in motion to the right. The snap. Hands off. Sloggeter. He's going to fake. He's going to keep. He's going to bounce it right side. He's tripped up at the 46-yard line. He had some sideline, but a great diving tackle by number 21 for Mars Hill. That was Hudson Higgins, but it's a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, and Higgins is going to UAB to play fullback next year. He's a great athlete, plays defense too. I thought he was going to be able to get the edge right there, but you got to think this is a really fast defense. They're able to get to him, still picked up about 4 yards.
You know, I like the offensive line, Chris. They're blowing holes open around the end.
Yeah, and there's good job with the wideouts on the blocking skills over here, too.
Yeah, you're right.
Geraldine having success going around the corners. 2nd down and 5 on the 47-yard line. 2nd down, man in motion, fakes a handoff, Wade up the middle. Going to be hitting maybe a yard if he's lucky. That time the middle, the Mars Hill defense waiting on him. It'll be 3rd down and about, we'll still call it 5.
Yeah, so they fake motion back this side, fake the sweep, and then the backside guards pulled and led up and ran power right there. And John Beck Wade falling behind them. One of the linebackers able to follow that guard, read it very well, picked up a yard, but nothing else.
Geraldine using some clock. They've had a 1st down, trying for the 2nd one. They're on the 47-yard line. They got to go across midfield to the Mars Hill 48. 3rd down, 5 for the Bulldogs. Wade from the gun, 2 receivers wide right and 1 to the left. The snap, hands off. Nope, he's going to pitch back left side. Cooper Johnson stops, cuts. He's going backwards. They were waiting on the option play. Big loss. They're going to give him progress. A loss of 5. Now it's 4th down and 10.
Yeah, Mars Hill did a really good job. They've seen that one before on film, boys. Sniffed that one out. I couldn't tell. I think that was number 2, Colton Owens. Did a really good job staying at home, able to, and wrapped up, did a good job driving the ball carrier backwards. Get a punt right here, see if you can't back them up and flip field position.
Well, they used some clock
like
and got a 1st down. They got too many players. High snap. They had about 14 out there. Whoa, the coaches have come unglued. They had 14 out there for a moment.
Yeah.
You know, your Mars Hill, you don't need them at 10, maybe 11.
Yeah, they did. 3 ran off, and then another guy tried to run from the other hash over here. That wasn't ever going to work.
No, that's a big lineman. It was obvious he couldn't hide.
Hey, I tell you what, so you just get 5 back right here.
Sure.
Run free, see if you can get them to jump again.
Absolutely.
You may not try to run a play after that, but it helps you with field position. Helps you back them on up.
They were thinking Geraldine might fake it because they had their defense out there. Then they noticed, wait a minute, they are going to punt.
I think they're still confused.
They're still confused. I don't understand. It's 4th and 5. Geraldine will punt. That moves the ball to the 47-yard line. Now Mars Hill sends one man. I think they're looking for fake. I don't see Geraldine faking it this early. High snap. Great kick. High kick, end over end, driving him back to the 20, being chased. Gets away from one man. Another. Here he comes down the sideline to the 40, 45, midfield. Gets a great block. 20, 15, 10. I don't see a flag down. It's 13-0.
Yeah, that one hurts right there, guys. You got to go down there. They had 2 guys down there on coverage when he caught the football. He reversed field and kind of went back about 5 yards. I thought they were going to get him. He's a dynamic athlete. That's number 21, Hudson Higgins. Again, he's going to go play football next year at UAB. You've got to be sure tacklers. You can't let that guy juke you like that. Buzz your feet, break down, be a sure tackler. You can't keep letting them have these explosive plays.
Missed a couple of tackles. High snap for the point after kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. 14-0 Mars Hill. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Friday nights in the fall are special nights in our communities. It's when everyone comes together to cheer for our football teams, bands, and cheerleaders. This is DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. As you enjoy this football Friday night, I would like for you to think about the young people who are making decisions right now that could put their future at risk. Drugs are destroying the lives of our youth. Help us stop drug activity by reporting it to DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. Call us at 845-3801.
After that one, just a punt return of 80 yards, 6:31 to go on the first quarter, 14-0. Mars Hill has 14 points. They've had 2 plays from scrimmage, and then the punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah, Geraldine right now a little shell shock. Special teams and trying to do something with Mars Hill right here on offense. Hey, get their offense back on the field.
Yep.
And get methodical again, pound the football.
Kick, line, drive up the middle. Returnable 30, 35-yard line. Hit and going down A.J. Carter. Nowhere to go. Good coverage, but Mars Hill. The Bulldogs with a good start, though. 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and like I said, hey, Gerald, we talked about this the other night at the or last night at the Boaz flag football game. John Carroll goes up 12-0. Hey, take a deep breath. It's early in this game. Nobody said they weren't going to score, okay? You weren't going to ever shut them out. So take a deep breath, go to work, run your offense, and start, like I said, body blows and start to wear this defense down a little bit.
Last time, Geraldine's offensive line did a good job, picked up a first down. First and 10, 36-yard line. Wade takes the handoff up the middle. He's going down. He's tackled in the backfield. Wow, out of nowhere, Matthew McIntyre. He was right behind Wade the minute he took the snap and drives his head into the turf. That's going to be a loss of about 3, second and 13.
Yeah, he was shot out of a cannon coming off the left edge right there. Faked it to Eli, Slim Reaper around the right side. Quarterback kept it, and he just absolutely got ran down like a cheetah and a gazelle and put him down about 3 yards, 3-yard loss.
Nobody blocked him. Second and 13 from the 33-yard line. Wade from the gun takes the handoff, rolls right side pressure. 3 players coming after him. He gets rid of it. Wow, he had 3 defenders in the backfield chasing him. He just had to get rid of it. He threw it at the feet of one of his receivers. It's incomplete.
It almost looked like they were blocking a screen or something. They let him go. I mean, this defensive line's got a lot of speed. I don't think you can run around these guys. I think you got to run and hit them right in the mouth. They got too much speed on defense to try to run around them. 3rd down and 13. Clock stopped, 5:41 to go in the first. You need a big play here. Got to have a big play. You need to at least try to flip the field, get a first down, and use some more clock. All right, third down, 13. Geraldine from the 34-yard line. 2 men wide right, 1 to the left. Wade from the gun, man in motion. Wade looks, throws out of the backfield. Got his man Bryant. Going to be hit. He will not make that slog it, or he will not get away. A gain of about 4. It's going to be 4th down and 9 for Geraldine. Yeah, they just threw a swing pass out here, and again, you're trying to get outside of the box. I know but this defense is so doggone fast. They had 3 guys to the ball within a second. It's going to be hard to do anything outside, I think, against them. I think you're going to have to play football like you're in a phone booth. You got to hit them in the mouth.
I'm Geraldine. I might even punt this one out of bounds last time. 80-yard punt return for a touchdown. The snap, he drops it, gets it back. Good kick, high kick, fair catch called for. It's going to bounce down the sideline, and it's going to go inside the 20-yard line. Great punt by Geraldine's Gabriel Garcia. Well, Mars Hill is backed up. To stay in the game early, you got to somehow shut them down.
Yeah, they ran 2 offensive plays and scored a touchdown. Then they got the special teams touchdown. Like I said, calm down. It looks like they were just running dive plays earlier, so stack the box. And you've got, first of all, you got to stop the run, okay? They're not going to throw the ball if they don't have to.
Yep.
So get in there and stop that dive play and see if you can make them get to a 3rd and long and throw the football.
All right, 19-yard line, 4:55 to go in the first. 14 zip. Mars Hill on top with the ball again. Quarterbacks Frederick under center, 2 backs behind him. They split 2 men out wide right side. Long snap count, turns, hands off, second man through, stops, cuts. He's going to be hit and dropped. Good job of the Geraldine defense. A gain of a couple on the carry. That was Higgins on the tackle for Geraldine. Looked like Aiden Raines was one of the Bulldogs, as well as Kason Armstrong.
Yeah, again, they're running that wing tee, so they're showing a lot of misdirection, eye candy. You got to really, in this kind of offense, if you're on the defensive side, your linebacker especially, you've got to read the guards. The guards will tell you where the ball is going to go. Don't buy into all the eye candy flying all over the place. Read your guards, read your keys, do your job, fill your gap.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 on the 21-yard line. Quarterback Frederick under center, 2 backs behind him. Frederick looks left side, turns, hands off, pin up the middle. He's got a hole. 25 to the 30, 40, foot race down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Jackson Penn, no flags are down, touchdown, and that one is about a 68-yard touchdown run.
I tell you what, guys, and it's really it's reading simple keys. Yes, they're athletic. Yes, they're explosive. But right there, the linebackers, the inside linebackers, flew out on the fake, and they just handed the dive again. So far, they've ran 1, 2, 3, 4 plays. 3 of them have been a dive play, and they've scored on 2 of them. They've ran 1 kind of outside or off tackle. You've got to stop that dive.
For the point after kick is up, and it is good. Let's take a timeout, brought to you by Weddings, Patterson, Probs, and Boaz. 21-0 Mars Hill. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Back, how about Penn? This time a 78-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and again, they're not doing anything just really special. So far, they've ran the dive play 3 times. They've scored 2 times on it because the Geraldine linebackers are flying out of there and they're not reading their keys. Read your guards, and they'll tell you where the ball is going to go. Try not to avoid all the eye candy. They're explosive. You can't make mistakes or they will make you pay.
Still time in the first quarter. 3:57 to go. 21-0 Mars Hill. Line drive bouncing through the middle. Return. Cooper Johnson's got it. 25-yard line. Stops, cuts, spins. Going to be hit once, twice, 3 times. He's going down. 26-yard line is where Geraldine's going to start. First possession, Geraldine picked up a first down. And then Mars Hill shut them down. Last possession, Geraldine couldn't do anything with it. I think you got to put the ball in the air, Chris.
You do, absolutely. You know, we've only seen them, they only have like 10 yards rushing right now, so you got to do something different.
Yeah, and I think you got to. I think you can't play outside on this team. They're too fast. You got to run at them, or you got to throw it up the seams. You can't throw it in the flats. They're too fast. They rally too fast.
They're trying to roll Wade out, which is not working because Mars Hill has 3 men on him at the moment he starts to roll. 2 men wide left side. Wade, the snap, looks, throws left side, overthrows his receiver. Had Cooper Johnson out there coming out of the backfield, overthrows it out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, but had he caught it, you had Jackson Penn, which is the guy that just scored the long touchdown run on offense. He's a senior, got a ton of speed over there. He might have picked up 2 yards, maybe. That guy's got a lot of speed. I don't think it's going to be there in the flats, guys.
I think you got to go downfield.
You do, yeah.
Go downfield.
I think you got to throw it in the seams. I think you got to throw post, throw some slants, quick slants.
2nd and 10, 2 receivers. Cooper Johnson wide right side. Kate Justice wide left. Wade fakes the handoff. Option, pitch back left side. Cooper Johnson blocking the back. Stops, cuts. They're going to drive him backwards inside the 20-yard line. Geraldine got away with the penalty on the pitch. They're going to lose about 5 yards.
Yeah, and right there, really Wade should have kept that ball and got upfield. He could have picked up 2 or 3, maybe even 4 yards. He's a 10th grader, and he's played really good ball all year, but right now he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's a little bit rattled. Make your reads, read your keys, and you settle down and play football.
3rd down 15 back on the 21-yard line. 3:06 to go in the first quarter. Mars Hill on top 21-0. 2 men wide left side. They're going to send a lot of pressure after Wade. He's going to have to unload in a hurry. 3rd and 15. Man in motion right side. Wade rolls right side. Has time. Nobody open. Throws it deep downfield. Got a receiver. No, not even close. He just had to get rid of it, but good coverage downfield. He was trying to hit Gabriel Garcia at about midfield. Overthrows him incomplete.
Yeah, he was trying to run a flag route right there, Gabriel. But guess who he has running with him? He's got the guy that's going to go play college football next year. Jackson Penn was with him step for step. Couldn't get any separation. And again, that was kind of more of an outside throw. I think you need to be quick in the seams, and I think you need to use your offensive line.
Yeah.
That's what's got you here all year, that you got an elite offensive line. Use it and run the ball right in between the tackles.
High snap over his head. Garcia grabs it. He will get it away barely, and the kick is going to go out of bounds inside the 20. He was lucky to get rid of it. That was a bad snap. Went over his head. He chased it down as he turned to kick it. There was a Mars Hill defender right there. Almost blocked it. It's going to be Mars Hill ball on the Geraldine 18-yard line.
I tell you guys, I've not seen this Geraldine team be this rattled all year.
Yeah.
They're not playing with any poise right now. Maybe a good idea for coach to call a timeout.
I agree.
Get everybody off the sidelines to get over here, guys. Hey, we can play football with these guys. We got to settle down and play football. Bad snaps, dropping punts, not covering on punt returns. You got to settle down and play football.
Mars Hill on the 18-yard line. 2:32 to go in the quarter. Quarterback Frederick under center. He'll turn, hands off to Higgins. Stops, cuts. Going to be cut down around the 15-yard line. Good job by the Bulldog defense on that one. I think it was Slogger or maybe Bryant also. It's going to be a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's just another dive play. They're really running the football between the tackles. I thought with their speed they might try to get it outside, but they're running everything right now between the tackles.
The winner gets the winner of Gordo at Piedmont.
I think it'll be Piedmont.
I think so. We'll check on that score in a few minutes. It's 2nd and 7 on the Geraldine 15-yard line. Mars Hill threatening again, already up 21-0. Frederick under center, sends a man in motion to the right.
That's
and there's
start.
the whistle. Yeah, that's about only the second bad thing they've done in the game. They've had 2 penalties.
Yeah, and really it was on the center. Everybody else moved in unison. All offensive linemen moved at the same time. Center's a little bit late on the snap. That's the only good thing that's happened so far for Geraldine tonight.
Wow. So they'll back it up to the 19. 1:51 to go on the quarter. 21-0. Mars Hill beat Winfield 42-6 last week. I can see now how they jumped on Scottsboro 35-0 when they played them a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they're super explosive, but everything so far has been on the ground.
All right, 3 men wide right side. Quarterback Frederick looks over that way. 2nd down and about 11. Frederick under center. The snap, turns, fakes, looks at the end zone, throws to the end zone. Got a man, incomplete, off the fingertips. Should have been caught. It'll be 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, just a play-action pass right there. Threw a little flag to, I believe he came out of the tight end spot. Number 5. What's his name? We got to go look down here.
McIntyre.
McIntyre. He's changed numbers. And hey, I tell you what, they had a play there. Geraldine was a little bit confused on that one. But again, read your offensive line. They didn't pull that time. They passed that. Read your offensive line. They'll tell you what's going on.
To have a chance, they need to stop them here on 3rd down. 3rd down, 11 coming up from the 20-yard line. Frederick under center, hands up the middle. There's Penn. He'll stop. He'll cut 10-5. He'll walk in. Touchdown, Mars Hill Bobble. What a hole on the left side of that Geraldine defense as he goes in, really untouched from 19, 20 yards out, touchdown.
That's the 1, 2, that's the 3rd time they scored on the same play. It's the 3rd time they scored on the same play. I mean, read your keys, guys. That's what you got to do. I mean, not saying that Mars Hill's not running this offense elite. I mean, they look really good.
Penn's 3rd touchdown. Extra point. High snap gets it down. The kick is up, and it's good. 1:15 to go on the quarter. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Farms in Boaz. Mars Hill on top, 28-0. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling supports the Geraldine Bulldogs. If you have any type of scrap metal to sell, including aluminum cans, bring it to Scrap Dogs Recycling, Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife. They buy all types of scrap metal. They provide roll-off services and have 20, 30, and 40-yard containers. Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling on Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife appreciate your business. Go Dogs!
The first quarter. How about Penn? He's had 3 touchdowns. Jackson Penn, he added another touchdown run just then.
Guys, 4 carries, 168 yards. Woo.
And 3 touchdowns. On 4 carries, 3 touchdowns.
That's a pretty good stat right there.
Had a 60-yard touchdown run, then a 78-yard touchdown run, then about a 21-yard run. 28 zip.
It's been the same play, all 3 touchdowns.
Line drive, kick. Returnable, Cooper Johnson. Cooper, 20, 25, tries the middle. He will not get away. 30-yard line. They'll wrap him up and throw him down at 30-yard line. Geraldine's had decent field position. They've had, the 1 first down. Yeah. And that was on the opening drive.
Yeah, and they're just nothing's. I'm not seeing Geraldine do this year. They've been shell-shocked so far. All the mental mistakes, fumbles and not covering. This is uncharacteristic of them. They just got to settle down. Stop looking at the scoreboard. Just play football.
A.J. Carter wide left side. You got Cooper Johnson and Cade Justice wide to the right. 1st and 10, Geraldine. 1:06 to go in the first. Handoff, Slogger up the middle, lowers his head. Good run, runs over a man. That's a good hard run. A gain of 6. That's the Geraldine offense we're used to seeing.
That's what I think that's what you're going to have to do. I've already said it a couple of times. You got here behind this offensive line. This offensive line is elite. in a lot of things they've been doing tonight has been outside, and where these guys can get you with their speed. Run it right at them, man. Pound them. I know you want to be explosive, and I know you want to score. Right now you need to beat them up a little bit.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Just use some clock. Get some first downs. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Sloggeter in the backfield. Stands beside Wade. Man in motion to the right. That's Bryant. They give Sloggeter again and a flag. Yeah, I think Geraldine, one of the players, took off too soon. Man, that's a killer. You go from 2nd down and decent, now back to 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, mental mistakes.
Yeah.
And again, uncharacteristic. We haven't seen them do that a whole lot this year, Chris.
And, guys, that's really they should already call that penalty call.
Yeah.
So I think last year, Geraldine was kind of doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just didn't catch it.
And I don't know if they called that on the receiver that went in motion. He turned up early.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it's just – right now they're just discombobulated. Nothing's going their way, and it's all mental right now.
Play clock 7-6. Game clock same 6. They don't have to snap it. See if they will. 2-1. They will. The snap. Wade. Quick drop. Throws left side. Got his man. Complete. Upfield. 35, 38, 39. Good run after the catch. A gain of about 8. Trying to see, was that Carter or was that Justice? I think that was Justice.
Yeah.
A good run after the catch. That's going to be a gain of 8. When we come back, Geraldine moving the ball. Let's take a timeout after 1. Mars Hill up 28-0. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Shop and save during the Black Friday sale going on now at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Get 20% off store-wide, plus amazing savings on this area's largest selection of Lazy Boy recliners. A select group of recliners, too, for $999, and lift chairs for $899. The Black Friday 20% store-wide savings event on quality handcrafted Lazy Boy comfort ends Saturday, December 6th at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Let the shopping begin.
Let's hope second quarter is better than the first quarter. Geraldine starting off in good shape, 3rd and short. They've got to get another first down and just use the clock and get something going.
Yeah, they've got to be methodical right here. Everything went Mars Hill's way in that first quarter, and everything went against Geraldine right there. Mental mistakes, that basically that's what it was. Like they were just kind of shocked, which they are playing the number 1 team in the state. Maybe they had that on their mind. Just come out right here, move the football, try to go down and get you some points.
All right, 3rd down and 2 as we begin quarter number 2. 39-yard line, got to take it to the 41. You got Wade in the gun. Sloggeter stands beside him. Wade, the snap, hands off to Sloggeter up the middle, lowers his head, hit at the 40, diving. That is close. Right at the first down marker. I think he's got it. Good run by Sloggeter. That's 2 hard runs. I think it's enough. It is second first down of the game for Geraldine.
Yeah, just a dive play right there. And Sloggeter, call him the Slim Reaper because he's 155 pounds, but plays like he's 230. And he goes and gets 4 yards right there the hard way, guys.
28-0. Jackson Penn, he's the story of the game. 3 rushing touchdowns for Mars Hill. Geraldine, finally, another first down. Moving the ball, 42-yard line, first down. Wade, quick drop, throws out of the backfield. Sloggeter gets away from one man. No, he will bring him down by the jersey behind the line of scrimmage by a yard. If he got around him, he had some running room, but a good tackle by Mars Hill, a loss of a yard.
Again, they just rallied the ball, man. Their linebackers are so fast. We talked about them being Mars Hill being a little bit undersized, on the defensive line. They've got a couple of good-looking kids. I'm not saying they're not. And then a little bit undersized, maybe a linebacker, but they make up for it with speed, man.
Yep.
Now, you throw the ball in the flats, you've got about a second and a half, and they're on your rear end.
Second down at 11. Under 11 to go in the half. Geraldine down 28-0. Trying to get something going here before the half. Man in motion to the left. Quick drop back to pass. Wade rushing, throwing. That one may be grounding. There's nobody around where he threw that ball. Nobody. He just threw it straight into the turf. The officials are looking at it. If they don't, there's a flag. I see it now. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, and when he rolled to the right, and I don't know they're picking it up.
Wow, okay.
That's not going to make this coaching staff over here very happy.
No.
He rolls to his right, and I don't know that maybe somebody run a wrong route because there was nobody to throw the football to over there.
All right, 3rd down, 11. They got to take it just past midfield to the Mars Hill 48.
Got to throw it in the seams.
Yeah, here comes pressure. They're lining 7 men in the box. Third down. Wade takes the handoff, keeps it up the middle, nowhere to go. That play has worked every game but this one. He gets a yard, gets 2, maybe. You're looking at 4th down and 9.
Yeah, just fake the sweep around this side, quarterback keeper all the way. Picked up a couple, but and you can run that as long as you're not behind the chains. You get behind the chains and stuff like that's hard to run and make hay with.
Still no score with Gordo and Piedmont. Defensive struggle in that one. 10:09 to go in the half in this one. Geraldine down 28-0. Going to punt it away. 4th and 9. High snap. Garcia. Good kick by Garcia. Driving the deep man back. Going back. He's got it. 20-yard line. Here comes the return. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There he goes. Midfield. They will finally bring him out of bounds inside Geraldine territory. They've already run one back 80 yards for a touchdown. They almost had 2.
Yeah, and that was another young man, Isaiah Owens right there, another senior. This team's got a ton of seniors, and it looks like everybody that's touching the ball, all their big-time players are seniors. And Geraldine's there to cover it. They're not breaking down, buzzing their feet. They're trying to, you're staying too high. And if you're just standing up and running around, these guys are going to put a move on you. They're going to get upfield. Got a lot of speed on that Panthers team.
I think Mars Hill knows a touchdown here, and he almost put it out of reach early in the game. They're on the Geraldine 44-yard line, 9:49 to go in the half. Mars Hill, 2 backs behind the quarterback, Frederick. Frederick turns and a whistle. That's the only thing they're doing wrong. Geraldine called a timeout. Let's take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. Geraldine trails 28-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Power 107.5.
For over 50 years, Liberty Bank has played a part in helping individuals and companies realize their dreams of financial stability, home ownership, and business success. Liberty Bank has grown from serving one community to now serving 7 communities in Geraldine, Crossville, Collinsville, Albertville, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Sneed. Times may change, but their principles don't. Call or stop by any of their branches and let them serve you. Visit their website, libertybankal.com.
9:48 to go in that. Geraldine calling a timeout. This is the drive of the game. If you don't stop them here, hate to say, even though it's early, you're down 35-0 against number 1 team in the state, and you've got 2 quarters left. Yes, there's a lot of time, but it's 35-0 if they score here.
It is, and the defensive staff for Geraldine's got to go to work on working on stopping that dive play. That's been the biggest thing that's killed them. I think they've run it 5 times and scored 3 times on it from long distance. So you got to stop the run. If you can hold them right here and get them to punt the football, you can get some morale back. They're probably going to back you up pretty deep, but you get some morale going your way, get a little momentum, and then, like you said, if you could put points up on the board before half, that would be huge.
Here we go. Higgins in the backfield, Penn in the backfield. 1st and 10, Mars Hill on the Geraldine 44-yard line. Frederick under center. Frederick turned, hands off to Higgins. Higgins will bounce it left side. He's going to be hit and knocked down. Good job of Geraldine. Well, there's a late flag coming in.
That's either going to be a hold or maybe even a personal foul back here against Mars Hill.
Good job by Cade Justice on the tackle. It's a gain of 2, but boy, that flag came in after the tackle was already made.
Yeah, they're going to call a hold right here. They're going to back them up.
Got to have some kind of help to try to get back in this game.
That's been the biggest thing, or the most important thing, or the best thing that's happened for Geraldine is the 3 penalties on Mars Hill so far.
So they'll back it up to the Mars Hill 46-yard line. They've got to take it to the Geraldine 34-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and long. For this offense, that's no problem at all.
Yeah.
So here we go. 1st down for the Mars Hill 46-yard line. Frederick under center. Frederick turns, rolls right side, throws it short. He got a man, incomplete, overthrew his receiver. He was open over near the sideline. Isaiah Owens overthrows it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, a lot of times this wing T offense, you've only got one receiver. They were giving him a lot of cushion. Of course, you've got a freshman in A.J. Carter trying to cover a senior wide receiver. He was with him right there, but the receiver able to get separation, pass a little too high. If it's there, he's able to turn up. It could have been another big play.
All right, 2nd down. They're on the 46-yard line. 9:21 to go on the half. Mars Hill on top, 28-0. Frederick under center, hands off right side. Higgins stops, cuts. Going to be hit midfield, still fighting, finally going down at the Geraldine 48-yard line. Good job with the Bulldogs. First Bulldog on the tackle, I think that was Sloggeter over there. Also with help from 2 or 3 other Bulldogs. It's going to be 3rd down and long for Mars Hill.
Yeah, Hudson Higgins, a big, strong running back, guys. He's built low to the ground. He's only about 5'9", 5'10". You can tell he's got a lot of strength in his legs, and when they hit him, he's able to fall forward another 3 or 4 yards.
So it's 3rd down and 14. They're on the Geraldine 48-yard line. Clock running, 8:45 to go in the half. Plenty of time on the play clock. The winner gets the winner of Gordo and Piedmont. Last check, no score in that game. All right, one man wide left side, 2 backs in the backfield behind Frederick. 3rd down, 14. Frederick, the snap, turns, fakes the handoff, play action, looks, throws it deep, down the middle, got a man going up, got it, 3-yard line. Oh, a flag is down. That may even be pass interference, Geraldine, or did the receiver push off?
Yeah, I was going to say, it could go either way right here.
Let's see.
It looks like he might have pushed off. We'll see what they call.
How about that catch? He made a diving catch at the 3-yard line. He barely got behind the defender, Sloggeter. They were pushing and shoving. Who got called? Geraldine. They're going to say pass interference, Geraldine. So it's 1st and goal. Mars Hill on the Bulldog 3-yard line.
Yeah, run play action right there. You only have one receiver. Everybody's selling out to stop the run. What a great catch by that young man. I believe that was number 3, wasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it was.
Isaiah Owens.
Boy, he's got speed. And we have a timeout called. And we'll keep it here on the 3-yard line. I think for Geraldine to have any chance, they've got to keep them out of the end zone somehow on this drive.
Yeah, they do. And Coach Davis wants a little bit of an explanation right there. It looked like the offensive player might have pushed off a little bit, but he also made a really good catch. You can tell he's a very athletic kid. Yeah, you've got to, it's going to be tough to hold them out, but you've got to give it your best shot. Man, I tell you what, Mars Hill's a good football team.
Coach Davis spending all the time out talking to 2 officials. What I saw, they were pushing and shoving. The last push, I thought belonged to the Mars Hill receiver.
Yeah. But the defensive back had good position there.
He did. Yeah. Good job of Sloggeter. But Coach Davis just wanted to have a little conversation with him, telling him, I know we're down 28-0, but come on, man. So now we're set to go. Coming out of the timeout, 1st and goal on the Bulldog 3-yard line. Will they give it to Penn? He's already got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, either that or to 21 Higgins. And I wouldn't count on them running it outside. I think they're going to run it right at Geraldine. We got another
timeout?
No, he's on a flag.
Yeah, he did.
It looks like he's pointing at a Mars Hill player. Must have been running his mouth.
I'm not sure what to pay. Yeah, you're pointing at a Mars Hill player. They threw a flag before they come out. They broke the huddle. Let's see is he going to make personal foul?
That's huge.
Officials not giving us a signal yet.
Wrong side.
Yeah, wrong side. He's all shook up. Davis
unsportsmanlike conduct against Mars Hill.
Okay.
Coach Higgins, I don't know him very well. Got to talk to him a little bit today. But if he gets a number of that player, he's not going to be happy with that young man at all. I
believe it's probably whoever's about to check out. Another player comes in. Nope. Everybody. How many players do they have?
I think he just ran the play in.
Okay. So they back it up now to the 18-yard line, and sportsmanlike conduct. Not sure what happened. It's a Mars Hill ball. You got Penn and Higgins in the backfield. 8:18 to go on the half. Man in motion left side. Frederick, the long count, turns, hands up to Higgins, right up the middle. 15 to the 10. He's cut in at the 7-yard line. Sloggeter, touchdown saving tackle. It's going to be 2nd and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Mars Hill run this wing tee to perfection. Looks like a Coach Dale Pruitt style offense. Offensive line is doing a really good job, and they don't have to blow up a big hole. They get a crease with these 2 running backs, and they can make hay with it.
One of the linemen had to come out, had his helmet ripped off, so he'll check out for a play. 2nd and goal, Mars Hill on the Geraldine 7-yard line. Warning more, they lead 28-0. Trying to get them 7 more. Penn and Higgins behind quarterback Frederick. Frederick hands off to Penn to the 5, cut down at the 4, the 3-yard line. Good job by the middle of the defense. Dylan Galloway grabbed him, held on for help, and they stop him about the 3-yard line. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, they stacked the box right there, Barry. I think it's what you're going to do. I don't know how many times, Chris, have they ran the ball outside. Everything's been between the tackles.
Pretty much, I hadn't seen anything on the outside.
Just playing it safe right up the middle. Nothing fancy. 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. One man wide left side. Clock running, 7:21 to go in the half. Penn, Higgins, split backfield behind Frederick. A lot of motion. Finally the snap. He'll hand off to Higgins. Stops, cuts, 3-2-1, lowers his head into the end zone. He goes. And his first touchdown of the game. It's 34-0.
Yeah, and that was just a really good job by Hudson Higgins right there. That was going to be, we talked about him not running the ball outside. That was going to be the first outside run. They kind of ran a buck sweep, pulled the guard. He was going to get outside and lead block. He saw a crease, just put his foot in the ground, got downhill. They've got 2 really, really good backs on this team.
34-0. 7 minutes to go in the half. They're point after the kick. It is up. Right down the middle. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. 7 minutes to go in the half. 35-0 Mars Hill. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
For 73 years, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 12 locations to serve you, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
His first touchdown of the game. Penn has 3. What a game. 35-0 Mars Hill.
I had it at 6 plays, guys. Didn't have to cover a whole lot of yards. They had started out in a good spot. Like you said, number 21 Higgins with the touchdown. Again, man, I tell you, they got 2 really special backs on this team. There's a reason both of them are going to play college football next year.
Piedmont leads Gordo 8-7 in the second quarter. Here's the kick. Bouncing through the middle. Justice will fall on it around the 28-yard line. So Geraldine's had pretty good field position to start every drive. They've had a couple of first downs. I don't think we've crossed midfield yet, have we?
No, I don't think they have. Really, the passing game hadn't been there at all. I think Wade's been a little rattled so far. They've run the ball a little bit, but anything, like I said, anything outside is going to be difficult against this much. They have so much team speed on defense. I think you got to use that offensive line, utilize them, and run right at them.
28.5-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will start. 6:54 to go in the half. Wade out of the gun. Sloggeter stands beside him. Wade, the snap, hands off, right up the middle, lowers his head, going down. Before he got to the line of scrimmage, there's a big pile up there. He just ran into the pile and was brought down. No gain, maybe even lost about half a yard.
Yeah, they did a really good job right there off the left tackle. They kind of collapsed the left tackle on the play. I think he might have had 2 guys working him right there, and they're just squeezing everything down, trying to funnel it. They did a good job.
6:28 to go in the half. 2 receivers wide left side. Carter, Johnson, Justice wide right. 2nd down and 10 for Geraldine. Man in motion. He'll hand off. Nope, take the handoff. Wade's going to keep up the middle. He's going to be hit 32-33, fighting to the 34. Gain of about 5. That's probably his best run of the game. It's going to be 3rd down and 5, Geraldine.
And really well ran and good play design. You had the receiver go in motion. He rode him. He kind of rode him, and he was reading that outside linebacker. When he committed outside, he just pulled it, went up the middle, able to pick up 5-6 yards on the play. And if you can stay in front of the chains, you can run plays like that and be successful.
3rd down 5 from the 34-yard line. 5:41 to go in the half. Cooper Johnson wide out left side. Wade's going to roll left side. He's going to stop, cuts it upfield, 40. They grab him by the leg and just drive him backwards. That is close. It should be enough. A gain of 6. First down, Geraldine.
Yeah, that was student body left this time, guys. They pulled the backside guard. Everybody in front, including the running back, led up. Is going to be a quarterback run all the way. And Wade, a tough guy, going to go get that first down. I thought they were. They
did too.
Yeah, he's fine. I think that was a package where they brought an extra offensive lineman in the game.
They brought Kenneth Watson in. He gets a quick breather. 40-yard line, Geraldine first down. Big thing here, at least they're keeping the ball away from Mars Hill's offense. So new set of downs, 5 minutes to go in the half, down 35-0 here in third round playoff action. Two Bulldog receivers wide out right side. Wade hands up the middle, Sloggeter hit. He gets a yard. That middle of Mars Hill's defense, they are so tough, a gain of a yard.
Yeah, Geraldine's offensive line didn't get quite a push that time. I tell you what, if that's Jordan Langford running that football, I think it looks a little bit different. Not saying anything against Sloggeter. We call him the Slim Reaper. He is one of the toughest kids you'll ever see play football. So proud of the work he's put in this year. He absolutely gives his body up on every play, but he is a smaller guy, and if you had a heavier back right there, it would make a difference. But, hey, keep pounding it.
Second down and 9 from the 41-yard line. Cooper Johnson in motion to the left. He'll fake to Johnson. Back to pass. Looks. Throws it right side. He is going to be hit. Flag thrown. Good call. Jacob Bryant was there. He was hit before the ball got there. Pass interference. So going to be a first down, Geraldine.
Yeah, you go downfield on them right there. And we were talking about that earlier. Run some post patterns. Run some slants. Run some seam route stuff. And you can get that ball out a little bit quicker if you're running it right upfield instead of throwing it to the side. Big time play. It'd be huge right here to get some points before half.
They move it to the Mars Hill 44-yard line.
Geraldine gets the ball coming out of second half also.
Yep, first down, 44-yard line. 4:03 to go in the half. Geraldine first time to cross midfield.
I like that play call, guys.
I do too. If he'd look to his right side, he had Justice open on the right sideline. First and 10 from the Mars Hill 44. Wade takes the handoff, pitch, right side. Bryant trying to stop, cut, nowhere to go. There's 3-4 defenders waiting on him, a loss of a yard. The option is not there tonight. It's second down and 11.
The outside stuff is going to be so hard right there. I thought they had a play right there. They faked the dive, and they spread, is that 23? Is that Bryant? They spread him out a little wider right there, Chris, and then Wade's having to pitch that thing way out there that time to try to give him a little more room to get outside quicker. But that defense, so much speed, able to get out there and corral him before he even gets upfield.
Second down 11 on the Mars Hill 45-yard line, 3:21 to go in the half. Wade drops back, looks, throws to the middle, got a man, overthrows him. Garcia was there, had room in the middle, but he overthrows him incomplete.
Yeah, he threw it up the seam. That's what you want him to do right there, but he just overthrew his receiver. He was open, Chris.
He was.
Yeah. Right now, I don't know if you have it all, what's the yard discrepancy right now?
Versus rushing versus passing?
No, Geraldine versus Mars Hill.
Oh, it's just off the chart pretty much,
A whole bunch to a little.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's third down 11, Geraldine. Clock stopped, 3:15 to go in the half for the Mars Hill 45-yard line. Wade, three receivers left side, sends a man in motion. Low snap, looks, rolls right side, looking, throws it to the sideline, just throws it out of bounds, but he had a receiver there, incomplete.
Yeah, he had two, really. Garcia was open again in the seam, and then Bryant, kind of ran a comeback right there at the sticks. He had ran his guy off. He had bailed. He was open too. Wade just kind of got excited and threw that one out of bounds, which I get it. They're after him. They're breathing down his neck. But I believe he could have completed a pass right there.
Got to say a thank you to Gilbert and Ball Ford in Albertville, providing us with a nice ride all the way to Florence. Thank you, Randy.
It's going to be a good place for y'all to sleep while I'm driving back, right?
That's right. Here's a kick. It's going to bounce at the 20 and roll out of bounds. So Geraldine choosing to punt. I don't blame them at all. They can score from anywhere, but you just don't want to handle the ball around midfield.
No, they're so explosive. One run play, they could take it to the house if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or if they just break some tackles and get after it. I tell you guys, I really didn't see this one coming. I knew that Mars Hill had a very good team, but they're very special. You can tell. And I tell you, next week, that ball game, Chris has got a score right there for that one.
Yeah, Piedmont's 14, Gordo 7.
So the winner looks like if Mars Hill hangs on, they'll get Piedmont next week to see who goes to Birmingham.
Now, Mars Hill won the state championship last year, right?
Yeah, they did.
So
they've reloaded again. Yeah, they had a good draft. So it's 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Mars Hill ball. Quick pitch, right side, stops, cuts to the middle. Good job of Geraldine. Pin on the carry. The Bulldog. Who was that on the tackle? Because that was an open field tackle.
Is that Garcia?
I couldn't see if it was 51 or 52. Tucker Warner, I believe.
I tell you what, a guy that did a really good job on that one, Casey Armstrong, turned everything back inside, made that guy go inside, because if it got outside, he might have scored another touchdown. But he did a good job turning into where all his buddies were.
That was Tucker Warner. Good job of Warner, the sophomore. So it's going to be a gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9 for Mars Hill. Frederick drops back, quick drop, throws it deep down the right sideline. The ball's hanging up. He's got it, 42-yard line. What a catch by Isaiah Owens. The ball kind of hung up in the air. He came back and made a catch at the Geraldine 43-yard line.
Yeah, you got a senior versus a freshman right there. Carter hanging with him best he could, but that guy's just an elite athlete, able to go up and make a good catch. Carter ran with him step for step, and like you said, the ball floated a little bit, but he went up and made a great play.
So they moved the chains to the Geraldine 42-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the half. 35-0. Geraldine does get the ball to begin the second half. You cannot let them add 7 more before the half. 1st and 10. And there's a motion. I think one of the Mars Hill linemen moved. The only thing they've done that's negative is a few penalties.
Yeah, I think, is that 4 or 5, Chris?
That's 5, yeah.
But still, you got a 35-point lead. I think you can handle a few penalties here and there.
Got to cut that. Let's see. I'm trying to. I'm looking at their center. Their center is really good. And I think he's the one that plays defensive end too. Samuel Sweeney. Coach was talking about him. He's a heck of a football player.
So they back it up 5 to the 47-yard line. 1:48 to go in the half. Mars Hill 1st down and 15. Frederick under center. Takes the handout back to pass look. He's got a man running wide open down the right sideline. Throws. It is knocked down. Good job. Last second by Slogater. That was almost going to be an easy touchdown.
Yeah, Slogater that's one of those he's been picking off the last couple of weeks. He made a good read on that one. Quarterback's got a good arm, but he floats it a lot, guys.
Yep.
Floats it on the downhill throws.
But that gave Slogater a chance to come over and knock the ball away. Almost had an interception. Clock stopped. 1:39 remaining in the half.
Man, a pick 6 would do a lot to boost morale right here.
So 2nd down and 15 from the 47-yard line of Geraldine. They'll send a man in motion to the left. Frederick under center. Turns hands up the middle. Higgins cut down at the 43-yard line. Good run, a gain of 4. These backs are so quick. Good job of Geraldine. I believe that again was Casey Armstrong on the tackle.
Yeah, Casey Armstrong is only a sophomore, and he's got his hands full with that right tackle on the play, and he's able to shuck him and make the stop on a really good running back.
It's going to be 3rd down for the Geraldine 42-yard line. 3rd down and 10. 1:09 to go in the half.
Tell you what, both these teams take their time getting to the line for the most part.
Again, Frederick under center. We haven't seen that much this year with the quarterback. Every snap is under the center. Frederick turns, hands off first man through his pin. Pin is hit by Garcia, goes down. Good job of Garcia. Hit him at the line of scrimmage. He fights for about 3 yards. So now it's going to be 4th down and 7. We may see the unicorn of the team, the punter. You're not used to seeing him.
He's got a whole lot of work this year.
No. He's rarely seen in the game.
They may have to find him maybe at the concession stand. They may let this one run out and take a delay of game, back him up where he can punt it and give him a little more room.
You know, that's tough when you're the punter for Mars Hill. You don't get much work at all.
That's the truth.
I think he's in the bathroom. Go find him.
He's over concession stand eating a snack.
Well, you got to punt it.
So they're going to let the clock wind down and take if you call a timeout, they're going to.
I take the delay. It gives you the punter a little more room. If you back it, they did take a timeout.
They did take the timeout. So with 12 seconds left, they will punt the ball away. You know, I tell you, we came in knowing this was the #1 team in the state. We were hoping maybe their schedule didn't show how good they were. Maybe they weren't, but it doesn't matter who they played. This is a really good football team.
They are really good. They're really good up front. Offensive line's doing a really good job. But the 2 running backs, Chris, are elite.
Man, they really are. The Penn kid guys, 7 carries, 176 yards. You know, the Higgins kid, he kind of just gets what's left over, you know.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He's kind of that fullback guy where Penn's a little more explosive.
And the quarterback, Frederick, he doesn't have to throw it a lot. He's just got to kind of just control the game, don't turn it over, and to get it to the players who can do something with it.
And most of the time when you're running a wing T offense, your quarterback kind of looks like another running back.
Yeah.
And they don't have to throw it a ton. But this that young man is like 6'5", 6'6". He looks like a pocket passer and he's got a really good arm. But this offense, evidently, and obviously, is a better term. They've got this offense down pat. They run the ball really well. It looks like there's the punter.
There he is.
Hey, guys, got another quick score real quick. Central Phoenix City's scored 14 unanswered. They lead Thompson 14-7.
Wow. All the scores coming up with the high school football scoreboard. Looks like they're going to line up and go for it. Okay, 4th and 7. They're going to go with 12 seconds to go in the half. Frederick under center. Takes the handoff, back to pass, looks right side, got his man open, complete, inside the 20, the 15. He will get out of bounds with 4 seconds to go. It'll be first down, and let's see where they spot it. First down from the 12-yard line.
I must have looked at the wrong guy. I thought the punter came in. That was just the quarterback. And they're saying, the heck with that. We're not going to punt it. We're going to go get the first down and try to put some more points on the board.
I think they're going to try a field goal, and they are. So the kicker comes out. They're going to put the tee at the 19, a 29-yard field goal attempt by Carson Longshore, the junior kicker. Holders Luke Fowler. The snap, Fowler gets it down. The kick is up. Looks good from here. And it is good. No,
it's no good.
Whoa. I thought it snuck through the right upright.
I did too.
They're going to say no. So let's take a timeout after one half of play. 35-0 Mars Hill. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
Brooke Jones Walker, owner and pharmacist at Geraldine Drugs, a full-service pharmacy, offers a convenient drive-through, Flavor X medicine flavoring, CBD oil, vaccines for pneumonia, shingles, and they test for flu and strep. They carry a new line of skinny syrups and Tyler Diva products. Most all insurances accepted at Geraldine Drugs, your hometown pharmacy, located on Highway 75 North in Geraldine. They appreciate your business. Phone 256-659-2117. The town of Geraldine is happy to support the Geraldine Bulldogs. On behalf of Mayor Chuck Abels, council members Melissa Gilbert, Mark Hale, Larry Lingerfeld, Stanley Brooks, Tony Taylor, Sean Roger, Police Chief Heath Albright, and all the employees of the town of Geraldine, we wish the Bulldogs continued success. We are proud of all our teams, our cheerleaders, our band, and all the school personnel for their hard work to provide our community with citizens capable of leading us to be an even greater society for many generations. Go Bulldogs!
This is the DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. At the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, we truly believe in the concept of public service. My deputies and I will always strive to be fair and just and treat every person the same. We pledge to develop a partnership with the community to improve the safety for each citizen and give them a positive experience with our office. Our goal at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office is to protect you, your family, and your property. God bless.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling supports the Geraldine Bulldogs. If you have any type of scrap metal to sell, including aluminum cans, bring it to Scrap Dogs Recycling, Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife. They buy all types of scrap metal. They provide roll-off services and have 20, 30, and 40-yard containers. Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling on Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife appreciate your business. Go Dogs!
Shop and save during the Black Friday sale going on now at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Get 20% off store-wide, plus amazing savings on this area's largest selection of Lazy Boy recliners. A select group of recliners, too, for $999, and lift chairs for $899. The Black Friday 20% store-wide savings event on quality handcrafted Lazy Boy comfort ends Saturday, December 6th at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Let the shopping begin.
Mars Hill halftime in this third round playoff game, and it's been all Mars Hill, a lot of Mars Hill, especially running back Jackson Penn, who has 3 touchdowns. We'll give you some stats coming up, but now let's enjoy for the last time of the season, more than likely, the Geraldine Bulldog Band.
the Purple Crowd.
And nicely done, the Geraldine Bulldog Band with their halftime show. Let's take a timeout. It's been all Mars Hill Bible here in the playoff game. They lead Geraldine 35-0 at the half. We'll have some halftime stats, and Geraldine does get the ball to begin the second half. That's coming up in a few minutes. We'll take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. Again, halftime score, Mars Hill 35 and Geraldine 0. You're listening to Geraldine Football here on Power 107.5.
For over 50 years, Liberty Bank has played a part in helping individuals and companies realize their dreams of financial stability, home ownership, and business success. Liberty Bank has grown from serving one community to now serving 7 communities in Geraldine, Crossville, Collinsville, Albertville, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Sneed. Times may change, but their principles don't. Call or stop by any of their branches and let them serve you. Visit their website, libertybankal.com.
For 73 years, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 12 locations to serve you, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
Brooke Jones Walker, owner and pharmacist at Geraldine Drugs, a full-service pharmacy, offers a convenient drive-through, Flavor X medicine flavoring, CBD oil, vaccines for pneumonia, shingles, and they test for flu and strep. They carry a new line of skinny syrups and Tyler Diva products. Most all insurances accepted at Geraldine Drugs, your hometown pharmacy, located on Highway 75 North in Geraldine. They appreciate your business. Phone 256-659-2117. The town of Geraldine is happy to support the Geraldine Bulldogs. On behalf of Mayor Chuck Abels, council members Melissa Gilbert, Mark Hale, Larry Lingerfeld, Stanley Brooks, Tony Taylor, Sean Roger, Police Chief Heath Albright, and all the employees of the town of Geraldine, we wish the Bulldogs continued success. We are proud of all our teams, our cheerleaders, our band, and all the school personnel for their hard work to provide our community with citizens capable of leading us to be an even greater society for many generations. Go Bulldogs!
This is DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. At the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, we truly believe in the concept of public service. My deputies and I will always strive to be fair and just and treat every person the same. We pledge to develop a partnership with the community to improve the safety for each citizen and give them a positive experience with our office. Our goal at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office is to protect you, your family, and your property. God bless.
Albertville Discount Pharmacy has been providing prescription and healthcare needs to the Sand Mountain area for over 30 years. With 3 pharmacists, Amy Honey, Brett Hogan, and Eddie Campbell, you will feel the confidence their staff provides. They want to be your pharmacy. Phone 256-878-1515 or come by Albertville Discount Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy at 422 North Broad Street in Albertville.
Welcome back. Halftime 35-0. I guess no band here, so Geraldine's finished their job. We'll go over some stats. Not a whole lot of stats to talk about. Geraldine just a few first downs. Mars Hill, they scored quickly. Second play of the game, running back Jackson Penn took it in from 58 yards out. And with 34 seconds gone, they're up 7-0. Geraldine, next drive, picked up the first down. Then they were forced to punt on the punt and return, 80-yard punt return for a touchdown. Quickly, 14-0. Then the next possession, there's Jackson Penn again, this time a 78-yard touchdown run. Late first quarter, they're up 21-0, and it was Penn again, Jackson Penn, minutes later, 21-yard touchdown run with 1:15 to go. Still in the first quarter, they're up 28-0. And then they turn it over to Higgins, the other running back, Hudson Higgins. He had a 3-yard run. Midway second quarter, they're up 35-0. That's where we stand now. So how about Penn and Higgins? How many yard rushing for those two?
Guys, right now, Penn, 7 carries, 176 yards. Higgins, 7 carries, 24 yards. Right now, guys, 14 carries, 200 yards rushing. Frederick is 3 of 6 for 141 yards passing for 341 yards of offense. And the Owens kid that's made 2 of those receptions has 96 yards receiving for them. Their penalties, guys, if this was a close game, their penalties would hurt them. They have 6 penalties right now. If this was a close game, those would definitely hurt them. But they're capitalizing on plays and executing plays, and just their ranking is definitely correct, I would say. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
If you're Geraldine, I don't know, you go in the half, you're better than this. You're playing a good team. But like you said, they were kind of shocked. They were hitting the mouth. That's what they wanted to do to Mars Hill. Mars Hill took it to them early, second play of the game, and it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah, it has. And like you said, this team's very good. This team won a state championship last year, and if I was a betting man, I would put money on them winning again this year. They're really good up front. They run the wing T offense. They run it almost perfectly. They're like a machine up front. They don't take any missteps. And if you can give those 2 running backs just a little crease, they can do the rest. They're so explosive. Having said that, Geraldine, look, I'm going to just be honest because I love them. This is the worst football game I've seen them play so far. Now, I think it has a lot to do with Mars Hill's talent, but I think they came out shell-shocked a little bit. Maybe the moment was a little bit too big for them. So they've hey, settle in. You can't do anything about the scoreboard, and you can't do anything about the first half. Come out here in the second half and play with pride, play for your town, and come out here and try to win the second half, and use this. Unless something absolutely insane happens, use this as a tool to go into the off season, especially the second half. You can turn it around as a positive. Trying to find some positive right here in the second half.
You're losing us some key players, but look how young this team is overall. You've got your quarterback John Beck-Wade, a sophomore. You've got Jordan Langford, who hasn't played a down this year, back next year, hopefully, as a junior. He'll have 2 more years to play. You got so many good young players. You do lose Slogater and quite a few other good players, but it's a young team, and I could see Geraldine having another good year next year.
Well, and one thing I was wanting to do real quick, and I thought, hey, they're going to lose 2 senior offensive linemen, and Kenneth Watson does play some offensive line, but he mostly plays defensive line, and he kind of works in when they're wanting to run a big package. So they're only going to really lose 1 offensive lineman, and I wanted to call those guys out really quick because they've had a fantastic year. You got number 55, Noah Butler. He's a sophomore. You got Kaysen help me with that one. Vincilli?
Yes. I'll let you
that one surprised me right there.
Good job, Keith.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
He's a junior, so he's coming back next year. You got number 70, Trevor Williams. He's a junior. Jacob Cofield, he's a freshman, so he's got several years to go. You are going to lose Dylan Galloway. He's your senior offensive lineman. And then, again, Kenneth Watson, he's a senior. He plays mostly defensive line. He comes in and works a little offensive line. So, yeah, they're going to lose a big offensive lineman for next year. But, man, like you said, they are so young everywhere else. Quarterback, running back, most of your offensive line. You're going to lose Gabriel Garcia, which we've been calling his name, feels like for the last 6 years.
I know.
He's been playing since he was an 8th grader. But you've got a guy like A.J. Carter. He's a freshman. He'll be that backup quarterback, but I guarantee he'll carry the ball a pretty good bit next year. He's starting at corner. You're going to lose Eli Slogater. That's the biggest one right there, him and Dylan Galloway, because Slogater is so tough. It's been so much fun calling his ball games. But, again, you got an overall young team right here. They're going to be able to come back, and they'll springboard into the offseason. Coach Davis does a great job, and he'll get them ready to play next year.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see when the new realignment comes up for the next 2 years. If Geraldine stays in the same region, if they move some teams around, don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know what their numbers look like right now, but it seems like they've bounced back and forth between 2 and 3A. Been 3A over the last several years. So I don't know if they look to maybe go to 4A or maybe even drop back to 2. This is pretty funny. So the kicker Coach was telling me about him. Let me get my notes back up here. Carson Longshore, he's a junior. Coach Higgins told me this morning on the phone, I meant to mention this in the pregame, and right now when I bring him up, the kick he missed going into halftime, he's coming out here and he's kicked this ball from that same spot about 40 times. He didn't even go in at halftime. He's working that spot. That young man, at one time, I don't know if he still is, he was in the top 5 in the nation in extra point percentage over his kicking career. He's so solid of a kicker, and he's a really tall kid. Well, he got a height on him. They don't have him listed. I'd say he's probably 6'1".
Yeah.
Got a really big leg, only a junior. And it's what's funny, and you can tell how dedicated he is to the kicking game. He's come out, he's been kicking the whole halftime. He's not even going in with the rest of the guys and get a drink of water.
One thing I remember about him, Keith, and I've seen this on the stats when I was looking at him, he'd made like 81 straight extra points.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's mad at the football for missing that kick a minute ago. He's abusing it right now. He's kicking it about 40, 45 yards.
Well, they've added 2 more minutes to the game, the halftime rather. So still waiting on the second half to start. Last word, Gordo and Piedmont. Piedmont, were they still winning?
Yeah, 14-7.
14-7. That game at Piedmont. The winner of that game gets the winner of this game, which is more than likely going to be Mars Hill. Not sure where they'll play yet, but Gordo and Piedmont will have all the scores coming up following this game. But don't forget, next week we'll have more football. Boaz, the girls flag football, into the 4th round. They're playing Moody Wednesday night in Boaz, and you can listen to the game on Power 107.5. So the Boaz girls, they're 1-1 away from making it to the state championship.
They are, and Moody is a team that put them out last year, so they got revenge on their mind. That Boaz girls flag football team, super explosive. Grit comes to mind, tenacity. They've got 2 or 3 they're little fire plugs, man, and they all are blonde-headed, and one of them wears 14, one of them wears number 4. They're hard to tell apart, but they will. They're not worried about getting hurt, getting skin up. They go out there, they're laying out trying to pull flag because their elbows are bleeding. They don't care, man. They get after it. They're a lot of fun to watch.
So that game comes up on Power 107.5 Wednesday night. We'll have it for you. Pregame at 5:30, and the beginning of the game starts at 6. Then coming up to the first week of December, we'll get into high school basketball action. Looking forward to seeing. There's a lot of good Marshall County teams this year. Both of the Albertville teams, boys and girls, really good. Boaz, I know the Boaz girls, boys good. The girls have already won some games, and they're still waiting on about half their team to join them because they're playing flag football.
Yeah, I think that the Albertville girls and Boaz girls, the basketball games this year are going to be really, really fun to go watch. I was talking to Dad a second ago. Albertville's playing tonight, playing Fort Payne. Albertville girls beat them by 7, and the boys are playing right now.
And Gunnersville, girls and boys, will always be good. ARAB, very competitive. So we'll have a lot of basketball coming your way beginning, I believe, December the 2nd is our first game. And I believe that's Boaz in Albertville. And that'll be on Power 107.5.
I think I was looking at a score. You were talking about ARAB Boaz. Yeah. The girls and boys played against each other tonight. And if this score is correct, ARAB beat the Boaz girls 57-27.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and we were talking about it. I don't think those flag football girls, are they not allowed to play yet?
I don't think so.
I think they're probably holding them out.
So that's about half the regular Boaz team.
That makes sense.
The other half is
that'll be different, Chris.
Yeah.
That'll be different.
Yeah.
They got a special group, and apparently they all play softball too. So all 3 sports for the girls are going to be tough this year.
And since we're talking about basketball, Gunnersville, talking about them as well, the girls and their boys. The Gunnersville girls played Vestavia Hills. This is a score from last week anyway. Vestavia Hills, they beat them 74-47. Then you look at the boys, they're playing Priceville. I think they're supposed to play Priceville tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Big-time Marshall County basketball this year.
Here we go. All right, set to go. 1 half left for one of these teams. Geraldine down 35-0. Got to get a lot going fast. Here's the kick. It's going to bounce to the middle. Returned by E.J. Carter. Carter, he's going to be hit immediately 30-yard line. He's a little slow getting up. That was a pop by one of the Panthers. It'll be Geraldine football as we begin the second half.
They do a really good job covering kicks, and I think that they kind of do what Geraldine does, except they squib it where Geraldine tries to get it up high, and just where, hey, they're not getting a whole lot of return yards against these Panthers. They fill their lanes, do a good job, so that's another weapon for them.
Let's see the Bulldogs come up and get back to playing some good Geraldine football. Here we go. First down, 30-yard line. Wade. Slogger beside him. Hands off to Slogger up the middle. He's going to be hit. Wow. He was hit in the backfield the minute he touched the ball. They broke through, whipped about 2 or 3 of the Geraldine linemen, and he was hit for at least a yard, if not a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, he was. And the one that they really got after right there is a younger offensive lineman, able to move him around. He's going to be a good ball player next couple of years. He gets a little stronger, a little bigger. Right now, he's got his hands full with a really good defensive end.
So it's second down. They say a loss of a yard. Second down at 11. Just underway, third quarter. Geraldine, 2 receivers wide right side. You've got Cooper Johnson and Cade Justice. Mars Hill going to rush 5. Here they come. Back to pass. Wade looks. Pressure. Now tucks it. Got to run to the middle 30. He's got room. 35-40. Nice run. 39-yard line. Good job by John Beck. Wade, we haven't seen that yet. He got away from pressure. Almost a first down. Short. Let's see where they mark it by 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, that's the part of his game we've been missing tonight. Him breaking away and running after the play breaks down. He did a really good job getting it to 3rd and short. Also got to give credit to Christian O'Rear. That was a great open field tackle. We've not seen many people one-on-one tackle Wade this year.
39-yard line, 3rd down 2. Geraldine trying to get the opening drive of the half off to a good start with their first down of the half. 3rd down and 2 from the 39. 10:25 to go into 3rd. Man in motion is Johnson. The fake. Wade's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to be popped. He dives. I think he's got it. The gain needed 2. I think he got about 2.5. It'll be Geraldine first down, so good-looking opening drive for the Bulldogs, led by John Beck Wade on that run.
Yeah, the young man's kind of getting his mojo going. He had a kind of a shaky first half, and it's good job, good play calling by the offense. Get him a couple of runs, let him get into the groove of the football game here in the second half.
All right, 42-yard line. Nice job of the Geraldine offensive line on that play.
Keep an eye on Mars Hill's 2 inside linebackers. You're talking about 2 guys with a ton of speed, man.
Yeah, they're big, too. Here we go. First down from the 42-yard line. 9:45 to go in the quarter. Wade hands off Slogger. End around to make that Bryant. Bryant going to be thrown down. There's a flag coming in, usually where you see a holding call. Bryant gets nothing, lost a yard. If it's a hold against Geraldine, which usually where the flag was thrown, and it is. So they're going to take the penalty and knock Geraldine back. What would have been a loss of a yard. Instead, penalty, Geraldine holding.
Yeah, Mars Hill blew that one up right off the bat, and Geraldine doing everything they can just to keep the defensive players out of the backfield. And where the holding call was made was about 2 yards behind the offensive line. Yeah. So they're going to back them up, and they're going to have another 12 yards to gain right here to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They back it up to the 32. They have to go to the Mars Hill 48. And the official stopping everything. Official timeout. I thought I saw him signal official timeout. Who did call the timeout?
He did. He signaled official timeout.
Okay, I'm confused. What?
It's November. We don't do heat timeouts anymore.
No, I'm not sure what the reason is here. Everybody's coming right back out. I'm a little confused on what the timeout was for.
I don't know what just happened.
I think the referee on the Geraldine sideline thought Geraldine called a timeout, and he whistled whistled it dead. And
okay, Mars Hill came to the sideline, and I just turned around and went right back out to the field, and so did Geraldine. All right, so it's not a timeout by anybody, but they did stop the action for a moment. So it's going to be first down Geraldine from the 32, first down and 20 with 9:34 to go third quarter. Geraldine trailing 35-0. 2 men wide left side. You've got Carter and Johnson. Johnson, a senior. Justice right side. John Beck Wade option, pitch back right side. He's going to be cut down. What a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He had to get around the corner, could not do it. I think that was Sloggeter again. Yeah, nothing there, maybe a yard. So 2nd and 19.
Yeah, they overloaded the left side. You're going to run that speed option to the right side. It was a good pitch. The only problem is the cornerback out there did a really good job. He was on an island with the receiver. They had numbers to that side, but he did a really good job getting that receiver out of the way, coming up and making the stop for a short gain.
2nd and 19. One man make it 2 men wide left side. Justice and Johnson.
I'd throw a slant right here to the outside receiver.
I would too. He's got man-to-man coverage. Back to pass. Nope, hands off. Sloggeter up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another. 45 midfield. That's the best run of the game for Geraldine. Almost a first down. It'll be 3rd down at about 2.
Yeah, just kind of a draw play right there. The Mars Hill defensive line gets upfield a little bit. Sloggeter finds a crease and then breaks about 4 tackles, guys. They're really going to miss him next year.
That was a pride run. He said, "Dan, we got our butt whipped in the first half. I'm not going out like this. Let's get something going and hold our heads high."
He said, "This is my senior year, and I'm fixing to go make a play."
That was a great run. 3rd down and 2. The ball is at midfield, right next to the big Blue Panther. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd. 2 men wide right side. Geraldine needs 2. Mars Hill crowds the line, and they jump. Mars Hill offsides. So Geraldine picks up 5. I'm with you now. Mars Hill is really good, but next week, if they hang on, they're going to play possibly Gordo or one of our Piedmont. The next 2 rounds, you can't have 6-7 penalties in the game.
No, they've had some penalties that's would have really hurt in a close game.
That young man just was told to come over here and have a seat. Yeah. They pulled him out. Okay.
I don't blame him. Set an example and get him to mentally focus in and get ready for that next one.
Because that 5 yards gave Geraldine the first down. So they moved the chains. First down on the Mars Hill 45-yard line. Best drive of the game for Geraldine. Yeah, these are the starters Geraldine's driving against, not the backups. Pass, right side. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. They were trying to hit Carter cutting across the middle. He was there when the lineman got a hand on it, incomplete.
And that's the pass I wanted him to throw right there, that quick slant. But the I think it was number 22, Evan Austin, the outside linebacker, or the inside, linebacker. We were talking about how much speed they had.
Yep.
He's able to get back in his drop and get his hands on the football. Otherwise, that's probably another 12, 15-yard gain.
Yep, 2nd down and 10. I'd go back to the play again. He was open. Justice wide left side. I go to him, man-to-man coverage. Give him a shot.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10, 45. Wade rolls left side. He's looking that way, looking. Throws it short. He made the catch. He was hit before the catch. He gets a couple of yards. Ooh. No penalty. Cooper Johnson held on. A gain of 2. 3rd down and 8.
Well, looks like to me you got there early, Chris.
Yeah, he did. Yep. So it's 3rd down and 8. Clock running, 7:05 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I was a little surprised he held on to the pass.
Yeah.
It's a really good catch by that young guy.
I think that play was designed the whole way to go to Cooper, because I noticed that Justice was just kind of jogging down the sideline like he knew they were not going to him.
I tell you what, he was one-on-one down there. I'd go back to it, maybe throw it deep to him.
Too. All right, have a timeout again. Mars Hill not happy with something. I'm not sure what he's upset about. I guess he says, hey, we've got the lead, but we're coming out here kind of slacking here in the second half, and they're driving the ball on us.
I think I figured it out.
Yeah?
It's the first time Geraldine's crossed midfield all night. Offense.
I guess it is.
It perturbed the coach for Mars Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not seeing the same intensity from their defense as it's on the first half. I think he saw what I've been looking at. They're flying to the ball like they were in the first half on defense.
Yeah, playing like they're a little satisfied right here.
Yeah.
They played a heck of a first half, and they're up 35-0. I get that, but next week,
that's right,
you can run into a Piedmont, and I thought Piedmont honestly would get Gordo, but that's going to be a close one.
Yeah. What's the latest on that one, Chris? Piedmont still winning?
Let me look. It was 14-7 at halftime. I'll look again.
I mean, if you can't play a full game against Piedmont, they'll beat your tail.
Yeah. All right, here we go. After the second down play, it's 3rd down and 8. Geraldine on the Mars Hill 43-yard line. Geraldine driving, best driver of the game. 6:48 to go, 3rd quarter. 2 men wide left. Way back to pass. Pressure's coming. Oh, he was hit, and his arm was hit. The ball goes sideways right into the Mars Hill bench. He's in a little bit of pain. Somebody hit him in the elbow, I think, with like a helmet. That had to hurt.
Yeah, they brought pressure off both sides, guys. If you look downfield, Bryant and the two defensive backs are arguing right now. Bryant was standing wide open about 10 yards downfield all by himself.
Yeah.
They got the pressure there, and it caused the throw to kind of be batted around and get over here to the sideline, but that could have been a huge play.
What's the latest on the tie game?
Tie game. Start of the third quarter. Gordo must have scored coming out of the halftime.
14-14 in that game. Here we go. Fourth down. Geraldine going to go. They got to take it to the Mars Hill 35-yard line. Fourth down and 8. Wade rolls right side. Pressure. Rolls away from the pressure. Throws. Got his man complete. He is hit hard. First down. Cooper Johnson hangs on. 30-yard line. That was a great job by Wade avoiding pressure and finding Johnson open.
Yeah, and that time, that's the play in the first half that wasn't there because Wade is not able to get outside the pocket. That time, Sloggeter does a really good job of setting the edge and helping being a blocker on that right side to spring his quarterback to get outside. He throws a bullet down there. It's a great throw, great catch.
This is the Geraldine team we expected to see in the first half. Yeah, they are playing against the first-team defense. So don't think that they've taken the starters out. No, that's the first-string defense. Back to the action. Hands off to Sloggeter. Nothing there. Bounces left side. Will not get away from that man. Had he got around the corner, he had a chance to pick up some big-time yardage. Instead, he gains 2, 2nd and 8.
That's the run that's been there all year where he bounces that one. The defensive end didn't do a good job of setting the edge, and he usually picks up 20, 30 yards on that play. Then you've got Jackson Penn playing defense. He's got so much doggone speed. He's able to run it down for just a 3-yard gain. But I thought that was going to be a big one.
Opening drive of the second half, Geraldine's had the ball 6 minutes and a half. The entire second half so far. And they're still driving. 2nd and 8 on the Mars Hill 27-yard line. Man in motion. Hands it to Cooper Johnson in motion. Trying to cut around the corner. He's going backwards. They grab him by the helmet and throw him backwards. That was a violent tackle. Nothing dirty. They're going to give him a loss of about 5, 6, 7 yards.
Again, that speed of these linebackers, you think that there's going to be a big play right there, and they're just so explosive, get there so quick. When they line up that receiver and you've got that much room and he's outside the numbers on one side and the quarterback's on the other hash, to me you can run a quick slant right there. He's going to be open. It's got to be.
Yeah. Back to the 30. They're going to give him a loss of about 3. So it's 3rd down and 11. 4:41 to go third quarter. Geraldine has had the ball the entire third quarter, but they're still trailing 35-0. Opening drive of the second half. Wade, the snap, rolls the left side, gets a block. Cuts the corner, cuts it upfield. 25 flags are coming in. Yeah, there was a hold over there. He's going to pick up about 5, but I'm afraid it's all coming back.
Yeah, there was definitely a hold over there. The Mars Hill player's trying to get his jersey back up under his shoulder pads or over the top of his shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get a 15-yarder right there. Mars Hill kind of got up and celebrated after the hit, standing over the player. They're really trying to take that out of the game, the high school game. But, again, they've got so much speed that anything on the outside is going to be really tough to do.
Yeah. Good run by Wade. He picked up 7, but it's all for nothing. They're going to mark it off from where the flag was, so they're going to take it back to the Mars Hill 37-yard line. Geraldine's got to go to the 20, so it's going to be 3rd down and 17.
Wade, bless his heart, has got a wardrobe malfunction right now. Somebody needs to try to get his helmet back straightened up in his jersey. He just took a shot.
He's got a pad slip. So it's 3rd down and long. Geraldine, they don't get it here, they're going to go for it. Wade, hands off up the middle. Sloggeter just playing it safe right up the gut, trying to catch him sleeping. Did not work. Got a few, picks up 4, so now it's 4th down.
Yeah, do you go ahead and just run it right here?
I think I'd throw it to the end zone. I would just try.
If you throw an interception down here on the 10-yard line, that's as good as a punt.
Yeah. So Geraldine's going to go. It's 4th down and 15. They've had the ball the entire quarter. We're down to 3:45 to go in the quarter.
And that's kind of what I thought they would do the whole game.
Yeah.
Manage the clock. And when they have the ball and their hands are so explosive, but it just didn't work out that way in the first half.
All right, 4th down to 15. Mars Hill going to send the house after Wade. 2 receivers right side. Geraldine's going to call a timeout, I believe, and they will. Let's take a timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms. 3:25 to go in the quarter. Geraldine trails 35-0. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling supports the Geraldine Bulldogs. If you have any type of scrap metal to sell, including aluminum cans, bring it to Scrap Dogs Recycling, Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife. They buy all types of scrap metal. They provide roll-off services and have 20, 30, and 40-yard containers. Keelan, Colton, and John of Scrap Dogs Recycling on Highway 75 between Geraldine and Fife appreciate your business. Go Dogs!
Geraldine timeout. This is it. Have any chance at all of making a miracle comeback, or at least making the game respectable?
Yeah.
You've got to get fourth. You got to get 15 yards on this play.
Yeah, and Geraldine's this has obviously been the best drive they've had all night. Kept the ball the entire quarter so far. They're fourth and long right here, but you're wearing this defense down a little bit. I think, again, I don't think you can do anything outside. I think you got to throw it down the seams.
They've had it almost 9 minutes here in the third quarter. Here comes Mars Hill. They're going to rush. It looks like 5. 2 men right side. Wade back to pass. Looks, those to the middle. Intercepted. Here comes the return. 15 to the 20. He'll try the sideline. 25-30. They'll wrap him up there. And that was Higgins. He threw it into double coverage. He threw it really to the wrong man. He went right side. He had a receiver wide open.
Yeah, he did, and I think he was trying to get it to Garcia in the seam, which is, to me, is where you want to throw that one.
What is the flag back on the...
It's got to be when Garcia, the defensive player, intercepted the football, Garcia, the other defensive player, the safety, came over and launched and left his feet and was really attacked him in the head area. And, again, that's a play they're trying to get out of football.
So the play should stand, but then a penalty at the end of after the change. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like helmet-to-helmet contact.
Oh, man, they're not liking that call.
No.
Hey, and listen, 15 years ago, that's not a penalty. That's just a good, hard hit. But I get it. You can't launch into the head area of a football player anymore. They're really trying to take that out. Years ago, they didn't really know a whole lot about concussions, and I sustained several. and it's good that they're trying to work that out of the game, the high school game, protect these players.
Yeah, they're talking about it, but it should still be Mars Hill ball because the penalty happened after Mars Hill had picked off the pass and they were running it back. So the interception should still stand. They're talking about Geraldine. Looks like they think that's still their ball.
It was.
No, it's Mars Hill ball.
Yeah, they're going to signal Mars Hill.
Yeah,
and I think that's the right call, both, as far as the penalty and Mars Hill getting the football, because it was after the interception was made. It is what it is.
For John Beck Wade, for a moment the receiver was open. But their whole team is so quick.
Yeah.
When he turned the ball loose, those two defensive backs closed on the receiver so quickly. They both were there before the ball got there.
Yeah, they were. This is probably a level of speed he's not seen this year at all.
Exactly. You got those short, quick passes to beat this team, or at least have a chance to move the ball. But instead, interception, they moved the ball back to the 7-yard line because of the penalty. So Mars Hill, Geraldine had the ball almost 9 minutes to begin.
I had it as a 13-yard drive, a 13-play drive.
9 minutes, so Mars Hill finally touches the ball. Hands off Higgins. He kind of slipped down as he crosses the 8-yard line to the 9-yard line, a gain of a couple. It'll be second down and long. So Mars Hill, they're up 35-0. I think you'll probably see these starters for maybe this possession, and that's all you'll probably see them the rest of the game.
Yeah, they'll start working those guys out, especially your two running backs.
Yeah,
I'd get them out of the ball game.
Yeah.
They're too good to play games with and take a chance of getting them hurt. And I'm sure, as good as this team is, they probably got one or two and waiting in the wings that are pretty good too.
All right, second down and 8, 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. Mars Hill, second down and long. Quarterback Frederick steps under center, turns, hands off. Up the middle, Penn, not much there. Good job of the Geraldine defense. Bryant, the first Bulldog to hit him. It's going to be a decent gain. Now it's third down. Let's see where they spot it. Third down at about 4 coming up.
That was more of a play side dive, where those plays where Penn scoring the long touchdowns, they were more of a backside dive play, and that inside linebacker was flying out. Right there, that was more play side. Yep. And the linebackers did a really good job of getting where they were supposed to be. They weren't fooled on the play and made a solid tackle.
Third down and 4, under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Quarterback Frederick under center. 2 receivers left side. Keeps it on the ground, hands off to Higgins. He's got a hole, 15-16 diving. He's going to be stopped short, though. Good job of the Bulldog defense. Garcia, the first Bulldog there, cuts Sloggeter, the other defender. I think they may have to punt. Here comes the guy that you don't see very often. Like he's been in a witness protection. You just don't see him. You don't know where he's at. The punter.
We've not seen him tonight, have we, Chris?
No, and so here he comes. He's on the field. Hope he's loose. Hope he don't pull his groin. So it's going to be 4th and 2.
He had to go put the chili dog down.
So he will punt it away. First appearance of the game.
Coach, if I have to punt, my chili dog's going to get cold.
Geraldine rushing 11. Let's get the block. Let's get something going. Standing in his 3-yard line. The snap. Almost got it. Good kick. Good kick. Nobody back deep. It's going to bounce in. Take a Geraldine bounce upfield. So, hey, the Bulldogs start on the 44-yard line. So good job by the Geraldine defense. They finally get a stop. 45 seconds to go in the third. Geraldine and Mars Hill, they've had the ball both one time. Geraldine had it for almost 9 minutes, but unfortunately came away empty with an interception.
And again, like you said on the last drive, these are the starters. They're playing against the starters right now. Now they may be satisfied not going as hard as they were early in the ball game, but Geraldine's still playing against these starters right here. It's still a 0-0 game in the second half.
Looking over some of the faces and numbers out there, it looks like still most of the Mars Hill starters are out there. Maybe a couple of new faces, possibly. So Geraldine first down, 44-yard line. Wade drops back, pressure's coming, throws it right sideline. I don't know what happened. The ball has got about 20 yards past the receiver. I don't know if the receiver cut the route off or what happened.
Yeah, it looked like some confusion right there. It looked like maybe the receiver was going to run a comeback, maybe a 10 or 12 comeback and go to the sideline, and Wade threw it deep like a go route. Closest people to the ball were two defensive players, and glad they weren't much closer than that. It could have been a pick.
Well, looking in the end zone, Mars Hill needs a leaf blower. They've got leaves all over the end zone. It
didn't really work on the turf field,
I think the field crew must be off tonight. Here we go, second down and 10, 35 seconds remaining in third quarter. Man in motion. Wade hands off to Cooper Johnson. Cooper, he's got the corner, cuts it upfield 40. Oh, he has popped. 36-yard line. They're going to drive him out of bounds. Close to a first down. Short by about 3. It'll be third down and 3. Geraldine with 22 seconds remaining in the quarter, and the clock is running.
Yeah, and that's really the best play that Geraldine's had all night that's gone outside of the tackles. Able to get out here. Bryant did a really good job of blocking a receiver out here. I think they let him get away with a little bit of a hold, but let the boys play, as I say. And third and 3 right here on this one.
Yeah, the clock winds down to 0. Let's take a timeout. Third quarter is over. Timeout brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. Still 35-0 Mars Hill. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
Shop and save during the Black Friday sale going on now at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Get 20% off store-wide, plus amazing savings on this area's largest selection of Lazy Boy recliners. A select group of recliners, too, for $999, and lift chairs for $899. The Black Friday 20% store-wide savings event on quality handcrafted Lazy Boy comfort ends Saturday, December 6th at the Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studios in Albertville and Henniger. Let the shopping begin.
Quarter coming up 35-0. That's where we stood at the half. Geraldine playing much better, but to be honest, Mars Hill, they've got the game in the bag pretty much. They've lost some of the intensity, some of the fire they had in the first half. But give Geraldine credit. They came out and played much better in the third quarter, but it doesn't seem to be the same Mars Hill team we saw in the first half.
Yeah, they're satisfied a little bit. They're letting their guard down. Still looks like most of the starters are still out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find because there's both those running backs are playing defense. So, I tell you what,
taking a gamble.
Yeah.
All right, third down and 4. Low snap. Wade scoops it up, cuts the left side. First down. He'll fight inside the 33, 32-yard line. Good run by John Beck Wade. And again, our buddy John Gladden not here tonight. He's listening, though. He and his son Hudson down at Auburn today.
Yeah, on their way back. I think on their way back home. Hopefully, they're not driving through any rain right now.
Yeah.
And we missing Big John the last couple of weeks. He's had way more important things to do than call a ball game, and but we're missing him. And gosh, we wish we could have ended the season with everybody together.
This will wrap up our season, unfortunately, as far as high school boys football. Got the girls action next week. First down and 10, Geraldine trying to get something on the board. Wade fakes the handoff, lowers his shoulders, takes it to the 31-yard line. Not much there. A gain of a yard, second down and 9.
He has a good read by John Beck Wade. He's reading that inside linebacker, and he's riding that the motion receiver. That inside linebacker flies out, and he takes it upfield. He picks up. I thought he was going to get 4 or 5 yards on the play. They did a good job rallying to the football. Only picks up 2.
Chris, Piedmont just scored.
Yep, Piedmont up 22-14 over Gordo in the fourth quarter.
Scored and went for 2. The winner of that one gets the winner of this game, Mars Hill, next Friday night. All right, Geraldine, second down and 9. Wade out of the gun, 2 backs with him, hands off up the middle. Slogger sidesteps one man, 25, follows his big blocker, close to a first down. That's the kind of offense we thought we'd see the entire game.
Yeah, and offensive line did a really good job right there getting their defensive guys turned, created a big hole. Slogger does the rest. Almost, I thought he got the first.
It is 2. It's short by about half a yard.
Yeah. They're in a tough run by that guy.
Yeah.
They're going to miss him next year for sure.
How many yards for Slogger tonight?
12 carries, 40 yards.
Man, it's been against a really good Mars Hill defense.
That's a tough 40 yards, guys.
It is. All right, third down, half a yard. They're on the Mars Hill 23-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the game. 10 minutes away from Mars Hill, moving on to the next round. John Beck Wade out of the gun. Wade hands off. Slogger up the middle. This time nowhere to go but backwards. Ball is popped loose. Was he down?
He's down.
I thought he was down. He was.
Yeah, they're going to call him down.
He was down. He lost about a yard, so it's going to be fourth down and around 2, and, of course, Geraldine's going to go for it.
Offensive line, previous play, got the better of the defensive line. That time, defensive line won the tackle. I think that was number 56. That was Truett Thornton. He blew through the offensive line and able to get the ball carrier down for a loss. You talking about a young man that is built low to the ground. I bet he can squat a house.
Yep, fourth down and 2. Geraldine going to go. 9:15 to go in the game. Wade out of the gun. Wade, high snap, hands up. Oh, my goodness. Slogger was hit. That was a shot. And you just talked about him just moments ago from the secondary position. They had like a blitz on the Colton Owens, number 2, broke through, lowered his head, hit Slogger the minute he touched the ball and drove him backwards for about a 2-yard loss.
And if it wasn't Owens, they're going to get him. There was another guy back there. They sent 3 or 4 blitzers that time. Man, if they could have read that one and pulled it and threw it over everybody's head, that could have been a big play. But, God, they're fast, and they get through the offensive line.
And they want this shutout, don't they?
I guess they do.
They do. So they're holding on. They keep Geraldine out of the end zone. Mars Hill takes over on downs on the 28-yard line.
Still got the starters out there.
This is surprising. Wow. You've got the game basically won. You've got the starting quarterback and your 2 stud running backs out there taking a chance. Quick pitch, left side. Higgins to the corner, tripped up in the backfield. Good job by A.J. Carter. Got a hand on his foot, tripped him up, and then Jacob Bryant finishes him off. It's a gain of 3.
Yeah, a little pitch play out here. The outside linebacker, just like number 18, Isaac Foster, did a really good job turning that one back in. And like you said, A.J. Carter, just a freshman cornerback. He comes up there and trips him up. Other Bulldogs come and finish him off. They're really making this Mars Hill Bible team earn it right here on offense. They did a really good job after they come out of halftime of kind of slowing this run game down.
They've only had the ball, twice here in the second half. Geraldine has controlled the ball, but no points to show. Quick drop, right side pass. The catch is made. Good job. How about A.J. Carter? Hit him the minute he made the catch. It's going to be enough for a first down, but Carter, open field tackle. Again, that's the freshman, A.J. Carter. I think you'll see a lot of big things out of this young man. You know, another thing, Geraldine has had a lot of injuries this year. They lost Braxton Franklin back a couple of weeks ago in the playoff game.
Yeah, and that one hurts, and that young man's had some bad luck in playoff games. He got hurt the very first playoff game of last year, round 1, and then he got hurt in round 1 this year, and they were counting on him kind of to play that backup quarterback and then play defense. So, you know, hey, Geraldine also a little banged up.
First down, Mars Hill, 7:47 to go in the game.
It's a false start.
A lot of players moving around on that one.
I tell you what, like Chris has already said it 2 or 3 times, if they don't clean that up, Chris, Piedmont will make them pay for it.
I mean, that's the 8th one, guys, and most of them are stuff like that, false start penalties, offsides.
If you're in the Piedmont and Gordo game and you're down by 8 and you're trying to come back, or you're up by 8, these penalties can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and like Chris said, it's not face mask penalties.
No.
Most of it is dead ball, pre-snap penalties. That's all mental.
First down 15, back on the 34-yard line. Frederick hands off up the middle. Penn tripped up as he crosses the 35-yard line. Good tackle by the Bulldogs. I think that was Garcia again. He's had a great game. Gabriel Garcia cuts him down as he crosses the 38-yard line.
And, guys, that's that same backside dive play that kid scored on, 3 or 4 times in the first half, and big, long runs right there. Geraldine has made adjustments at halftime and able to cut him down right there for a short gain.
So it's second down and 10 after the penalty. 6:56 to go in the game. 35-0 Mars Hill with the ball. No scoring here in the second half by either team. Frederick hands off left side to Higgins. He finds a hole. 45, midfield, down the sideline. He goes. 30, 25, stops. Will he shove? No, he does not go out of bounds. He'll score. Sloggeter shoved him, but he didn't go out of bounds. Did he step out, or they're going to say a touchdown or not? Yes, it is a touchdown. They were talking to see if he did step out. He did not step out. Sloggeter shoved him, but didn't give him a good enough shove.
They do a really good job blocking that play. He scored on that one, too. They did a good job. The outside, the corner, they had no way that he was going to make that play. They did a good job blocking him, but they also sealed off the outside linebacker, created a big alley. You could have drove a Ford F-350 through, and he gets down there, makes a really good move, able to stay in bounds and get the touchdown.
After the point after, right down the middle, it is good. Let's take a timeout. Brought to you by Weddings, Pageants, and Proms in Boaz. 42-0 Mars Hill. You're listening to Geraldine Football on Power 107.5.
For over 50 years, Liberty Bank has played a part in helping individuals and companies realize their dreams of financial stability, home ownership, and business success. Liberty Bank has grown from serving one community to now serving 7 communities in Geraldine, Crossville, Collinsville, Albertville, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Sneed. Times may change, but their principles don't. Call or stop by any of their branches and let them serve you. Visit their website, libertybankal.com.
Higgins, that's his second touchdown of the game. The 2 running backs you've heard so much about, between the 2 of them, they have 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, and I had on 5 plays on that drive. What was that, 55-yard touchdown, something like that?
61.
61. These 2 running backs are special. They're hard to tackle, and they're big-time playmakers for them.
Here's a kick, going to bounce through the middle. Cooper Johnson finally scoops it up. Tries to avoid the defense. He's going nowhere but down. 18-yard line. They'll give him the 20-yard line. First down, Geraldine. Geraldine's played so much better in the second half, but way too little too late. So really they're going to lose the second half 7-0 at this point, but they're down 42-0.
Yeah, 35 in the first half, 7 in the second half so far. I'd like to see Geraldine put some points on the board. They're going to play with pride. Coach Davis' teams do not lay down. They do not quit. They're going to keep playing and getting after it.
I'm a little confused. You got a 42-point lead, and you got your starting defense out there, including your 2 running backs who play in the secondary.
Yeah,
still on the field. Hands off to Sloggeter, left side. He's got a hole, 20. He's going to be hit, and they're going to drive him to the 30-yard line. There's a late flag coming in. Usually at that point, there's been some trash talk or some eye poking or some pinching.
Yeah, somebody bit somebody on the ear out there. Pulled Mike Tyson and Holyfield right there.
Let's see if they're going to give us a number. It's going to be a penalty, I would think, against Mars Hill, because that flag came in well after the tackle was made. Yeah, their
face mask.
Face mask. Okay, the official's going to walk it off. So good run by Sloggeter. Almost had the first down. Then you throw in the penalty. It is a first down all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Do you guys remember back in the early 2000s when Stone Cold Steve Austin would stun somebody and then he'd get over in their face and he'd kind of give them the business on the ground?
Yep.
Mars Hill's got a little blood flowing out there. They're excited.
They're moving on. They're trying to defend their state championship, and they're on the way. Going to move on to the Final Four after tonight. They are good. Geraldine, 45-yard line, first down and 10. Wade, the snap, drops back, throws the left side, got his man out of the backfield. Cooper Johnson is going to be hit. They've tried that play all night long, and it's worked about the same every time. A loss of 3.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's those inside linebackers. That time it was number 20. Jesse Parker, and then I'll go ahead and say the other guy, Evan Austin. Those two guys are special. One's a senior, one's a junior. If there's a throw in the flats, they have so much speed to get there. Yeah. And I was talking a little bit earlier in the first half about them being a little bit undersized, but they play so hard. They're kind of like Sloggeter for Geraldine. They get after it so hard that size difference doesn't matter.
Second down 11. Wade hands up the middle. Sloggeter's got a hole. 48-yard line. It finally collapsed. A gain of about 4, maybe 5. Oh, excuse me. That was actually Aiden Raines on the carry. Oh. So I thought that was Sloggeter, but Raines had checked in, a gain of 4.
Yeah, and guess who made the tackle?
Yeah.
Number 20, Jesse Parker. Number 22, Evan Austin. They're two really good ball players. They've got ball players all over this field and the sideline. It would make me feel a whole lot better if they pull some of these guys out.
It would. I don't understand. You're playing at home.
You know, and I understand you want to shut them out, but you don't want any of these guys to get hurt before they go in the next round.
You turn an ankle, twist a knee, break a finger late in the game because you only got 4:29 left. Hands off up the middle. Sloggeter going to pick up about 3. Needed 6, so it's going to be 4th down and 3 for Geraldine. 4:21 to go in the game, down 42-0.
Guys, how much fun has it been to call these Geraldine games with Sloggeter? And you talk about him and Gabriel Garcia. Those are your two seniors, big-time names you're going to lose. And Dylan Galloway. It's been a lot of fun to call their games over the last 3 or 4 years. Getting to know these players and these coaches in the postseason. Really good kids. They're hard workers. It's been a lot of fun, and we wish them the very best moving on in their future.
All right, 4th down and 4 on the Mars Hill 49-yard line. 3:45 to go in the game. Wade drops back, pressure, throws right side. Got him. Nice catch by Justice. Going to pick up the first down to the 42-yard line. I think they should have been throwing to him the entire game.
Yeah, that short pass right there was a good one.
Yeah.
Little curl route out here on the outside. Did they blow it dead? I thought they called another penalty.
I did too, but it's not. So 42-yard line of Mars Hill. Geraldine driving. Oh, I saw a little trash talk, a little pointing over there.
Looks like they finally took the two backs out. They've been playing safety, so they got some younger guys in.
All right, Geraldine driving. 3:19 to go in the game. 42-yard line. Mars Hill territory. 2 receivers right side. Hands off to Sloggeter. He's hit in the backfield again. Manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10.
Hey, guys, the 2 backup safeties for Mars Hill.
Yeah.
Christian O'Rear, he's a junior. Luke Fowler, he's a senior. So their 2 backups are juniors and seniors.
Wow.
This team's loaded.
It's a very talented team. 2nd down and 10. Geraldine, it's been fun. It's been a very good year. Geraldine, be proud of these young men. They won the region. They beat 5 this year. The only game they lost was to a 5A team.
Yeah,
until
they're going to end up being 11-2 on the season. That's really strong.
All right, 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Wade looks, throws right side. Carter makes the catch quickly, brings them down at the moment he made the catch. 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 6. So it's 3rd down and long with 2:22 to go in the game.
I tell you what I'd do right here. I'd run a double move. I'd fake that outside one again, let him put a stutter step and go downfield, see if they can't beat him deep.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Just trying to get some points before the game is over. You got time. 2:07, 2:06 to go in the game. You're on the Mars Hill 36-yard line. I'd take a couple of shots at the end zone.
Oh, I would too. I'd look for a double move right here and take the top off this defense.
Justice wide left side. Nobody over there with him now. Somebody quickly moves over. Wade rolls left side, looks, throws it short. Not even close. He just got rid of that one. He is being chased. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, you had he was open.
Yeah, you had Carter open on the right side, cutting across the middle.
Jacob Bryant right there came out of the backfield, ran and if he had thrown it a little bit earlier, but he was really late on that one.
1:44 left. Could be the last play offensively of the game if Geraldine doesn't get the 4 yards. So it's 4th and 4 with 1:44 to go in the game. Geraldine shifts, and so does Mars Hill.
And that's the first time that they've ran that tonight. Yeah. Geraldine usually will run that a pretty good bit. And what they do is the center will put his hand on the ball. None of the other offensive linemen will put their hand down, and they'll basically all shift on the and it was really funny. Yeah. A couple of young guys jumped off sides. Number 54, Samuel Sweeney, the senior defensive lineman, just absolutely crawled that defensive end. He said, I'm going to get you back for that one.
It's like some of that face slapping we saw while I was eating dinner. He just popped him right upside the head.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10, 31-yard line. Let's see if we can get in the end zone before it's over. 1:19 left. Wade drops back, looks, throws out of the backfield. Slogater cuts around the corner. 25. He'll dive to the 24. So a good run, a gain of about 7, but they got to hurry. They're going to try to get some points. 1:05 to go in the game. Clock's running.
Yeah, I thought they might go fast right there.
Yeah.
Slogater out of the backfield on a swing pass. He's the first time that the inside linebacker, the ones that have been bragging on, was a little bit off on his angle, and he let Slogater get upfield.
2nd down and 3, trying to get some points. 46-45, hands off to Slogater. Nope, going nowhere. No gains out. They could actually let the clock wind down without snapping it again. I would take a shot in the end zone.
I would too.
Come on, guys, throw it in the end zone. You got time for one more play at least.
Yeah,
29, you have 28.
Looks like they're pulling some of the bigger guys out and putting some more receivers in.
Here we go. 3rd down and 3, 20 seconds, 19. Time for a couple of pass plays. Wade back to pass. Going to keep himself. No, running to his own man. Going down. I don't think they'll snap it again. That's more than likely going to end this thing. But be proud of your second half, Geraldine, if nothing else. You were down 35-0 at the half. You basically lose 7-0 in the second half. You played much better, but way too little too late. Then this Mars Hill team, they are the real deal.
They are, guys. This is definitely the best team that Geraldine's seen this year.
Yeah.
Out of the games that we've called this year, Geraldine games, Douglas games, Albertville games, this Mars Hill team would rank up there with several of the 7A teams we've seen this year, and they are a 3A team. They would give probably 4 or 5 teams in that 7A Region 8 or Region 4, give them ball games. And we'll find out in just a second what's going on in that Piedmont game in Gordo. But, man, I tell you what.
You saw how they handled Scottsboro.
Yeah, and then they're a 5A team and jumped on them 35-0 before Scottsboro scored. This team is built to go to the distance. They've got really good offensive line play, defensive line play. They've got athletes all over the field, got a really good quarterback, and then you've seen the 2 running backs.
How about the Piedmont score, Chris?
Piedmont 22, Gordo 20.
Wow.
I'm wondering if that's not they just scored and they went for 2, or they're going to try to go for 2, or
so it's fourth quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But Geraldine's season comes to an end here. They ran into a very good Mars Hill team. The last 2 times Geraldine has faced them in the playoffs, roughly last drive of the game decided the 2 games. This one was decided early in the first half.
Yeah, and I was talking to one of the officials up here at halftime that's running the clocks. They said, from what they've seen, and what the folks they've talked to, this is probably the best Mars Hill Bible team that they've ever had in the history of their school.
Wow.
And they've only been playing football, I want to say, maybe he said 10 years, something like that, maybe a little longer. They've been playing basketball a lot longer than that. But this team, probably the best team they've ever fielded. They won the state championship last year, and they're saying this team is better than last year.
I believe it.
So that speaks volumes. They're, like I said, they're really built to go the distance, and it wouldn't surprise me in another 2 weeks if they're not playing for a state championship.
Well, I think Geraldine's better than they were last year, and last year Geraldine gave them all they could handle. They had to beat Geraldine late in the game, but Mars Hill will get the winner of Gordo and Piedmont. At the moment, Piedmont leads that one 22-20. As far as stats, most of Geraldine's stats came in the second half.
Yeah, they sure did. 7 of 18 for 44 yards passing, 37 rushes, 77 yards on the ground, 121 yards of offense. And Wade ended up with 14 carries, 43 yards. Sloganer, 15 carries, 42 yards. 16 carries, 42 yards, and passing-wise, not much to speak of. But that's probably the most passes we've seen Geraldine throw all season.
Yeah, they kind of had to.
Classy way to end the game. Both teams are together in the middle of the field, all gathered around each other, taking a knee and saying a prayer. So, that's what it's all about. Yes, you want to win the game, but when all is said and done, good sportsmanship and cheering them on. And if I'm Geraldine, hey, guys, hope you win it all.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're Geraldine, you want to say, hey, we played the state champion winner 2 years in a row. You want to see them go on and win this thing. And it would surprise me at this point if somebody can knock them out and keep them from winning the state championship.
Well, that's all for us. We're going to head back home. John Glad not with us tonight. Sorry you got to miss this, but he could have had a good dinner with us.
We had a couple of Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I guess the best way to get home from here is go to Graceland and then turn around and come back a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm afraid my two compadres are going to be asleep in the back seat on the way home.
But thank you again to Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville providing us with a beautiful ride last night and again tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate Randy at Gilbert Ball Ford. If you need to buy a car, go up there and see him. Guys, it's been a fun season. This will be our last boys game to call. It's called the girls next week, but it's always a fun season. You guys, we missed John tonight. He had to go to Auburn to help hire a football coach down there. And, but all jokes aside, it's a lot of fun to do these games, and I hate when they're over.
Yep. All right. Scoreboard's next. Final score again. Geraldine coming out on the losing end, losing 42-0 to Mars Hill. So for Chris Jenkins and Keith Ball, I'm Barry Galloway, and have a good weekend, everybody.